Hey guys!
Hi, group that just arrived. Welcome.
Hi, Hina.
Hello,
Thank you guys
it's a
for
raid.
raiding.
It's a good thing you didn't come before because we've been gone for a month, but now we're back. So
Hi.
kind of the perfect time.
Huzzah. Well, thank you so much for coming, guys. We are actually getting really close to our season finale, so this is a good time to catch up. We've got a lot of stuff going on. How is everyone doing today?
Great.
Yeah.
You know,
The
been
entire
living
team
in
is
suspense
terrified.
for 4
The
weeks.
entire team's terrified.
You know, just like banned from the Feywild. It's cool.
Yeah, everything's fine.
On our last episode of Sabers, we actually found out that not only was Reynard the Trickster getting ready to propose to Andy, we also found out that it was supposedly that Reynard also killed Oberon, the king of the Fae. We found out it was not, in fact, Reynard who killed Oberon, but also one of our recurring critters in the game, the Ringmaster, has also shown his face and tried to make a deal with Titania to try to bring back Oberon, which she denied. And we've got a couple of faces that keep popping up. So everyone's a little on edge at this point.
This is fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Oh, Hina's in the chat from Ladies of D&D. Okay, this is great. I love it. Everybody go follow Hina.
Yes,
Hina,
everyone go follow her.
Hina's the one who brought the raid party. All right.
So if you came from the raid, make sure you go back and follow her.
If you haven't,
make this
if you haven't already.
journey tonight of
joy
and connection, because
Heck
after
yes.
the past year, we could all use it.
Yes.
Well put, Sam.
That was very well
Well
said.
put.
You know, I have a little head start on you guys, like I was telling you
Yeah.
in the offline part of this video chat. So
Hanging out.
I'm feeling the love, except for
I'm catching up.
towards our big bads this season,
Where's my water?
who I'm going to kill. All of them.
Sam or Andy has been doing nothing but posting angry gifts towards the baddies in our season in our chat the entire
I have
time.
no chill.
Mine have all terrified
I have no
ones.
chill. Andy has no chill.
Andy is running a chill deficit.
For
Andy
sure.
owes chill.
As is Sam. You guys just aren't privy to that.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yes.
Fine.
Very
I'm
funny,
ready.
Ben. We know you're lying. It's not the
Ben
season
is
finale.
yeah.
Don't screw with me.
I apologize.
Ben's our co-writer.
Yes,
Heart
he is
Strings
the
in the
co-writer.
chat. So if you love the plot, you can thank him too. Or if you think he should be nicer to us, feel
Yes.
free
Also,
to
tell him to stop.
like.
He also writes our music, so we're going to go ahead and
Yes.
play our theme song here, and we'll go ahead and get right into the game.
Why don't I hear the music? Does everybody hear the music?
I don't hear it.
I'm still dancing though, so we're just gonna go with it. Let me reload. Roll 20.
I can only get it half the time.
Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, I don't know why I don't hear it. That's weird.
Oh no! I hope we can get the music back up for you.
I heard
Let's
it.
see.
So there.
I played it in my heart.
I knew
It's
what
okay.
I knew the. Yeah. Anyway. Whatever.
You know what? Welcome
You knew it
back.
was there.
So yeah, we've.
It's all good. Ben, you need.
All good.
Side note, Ben, you need to send me the file so I can put it on our.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, I can send that to you.
Okay.
That's actually on me. I have to send that to you, so we can actually play the music when we
Dana
start.
says, roll 20. Yes,
Yep.
correct.
Roll 20.
You are correct.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so girls, it has actually been about 3 weeks since
Oh,
your
wow. Okay.
excursion into the Fae.
Oh my god.
It's been rather quiet,
All right.
as has Reynard. Reynard has been rather withdrawn. He's
Sure.
been kind of like taking in the fact that he can't seem to get back into the Fae.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
So-
not good.
Poor dude.
He's mostly just been, from what you've seen, Andy, and what some of you have seen as well, is that he kind of just goes to work, works on, trying to answer questions and things like that, without an actual connection to the Fae, and just kind of goes back to the room. And he's been very quiet. He's trying, but it's been.
And we've been doing our classic Andy Renard avoid the topic. Move.
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't
Okay.
talked about that.
Oh yeah, no, and neither of us are going to talk about it. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, cool. Things are fine. We're drinking a lot of tea in silence together.
A lot of
Normal
wine and tea.
conversation.
So glad I'm not your roommate
I
anymore.
offered to loan you Crinitus for
as like an
know.
icebreaker.
Yeah.
I take you up on it, and like it doesn't help.
Emotional support dog.
Radar just kind of stares at him like,
Crinitus is our hellhound Pomeranian, for those who may not
Yes.
know. Esther's pet. That's Rachel's character. So
yes, we have
Pet
a
is
hellhound
stretch.
pet,
companion.
Sure, Damon.
It was a
if you
present
will.
from your uncle. Like,
Oh God! Stop reminding me of that.
for those of you who don't know as well, it turns out that Esther found out recently that she is the biological daughter of Athena. And
No.
Crinitus was actually a gift from her uncle Hades.
No.
You gotta love families giving gifts instead of telling you what's going on in your life, actually, right? Like, we'll just
Here's a dog. Good luck.
Depending on your version of Hades, Hades is just kind of like, here, gift, this will make it better. I'm not going to tell her, you tell her.
Whenever I think of Hades, I think of the Disney Hercules movie.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
I
classic
think Laura
Hades.
Olympus.
No, you gotta think of the Laura Olympus Hades.
Yeah.
Daddy Hades. All right, that's another conversation.
Moving on. So
Another
it's been
conversation.
about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes.
There hasn't been a lot. I mean, things have been kind of moving forward as usual. You guys have had cases, everything like that. But it seems to be that Sabers is very focused now in light of Oberon being murdered,
Assassinated.
trying to find any and all connections they can at this point, since there is, there's been a sighting of the Ringmaster. And from what you guys have found out, there's a possibility that Past Enemy has also been involved in this.
my favorite person.
Oh yeah.
I have a whole internal narrative built around this that I've been like stewing on in the past week.
I
My-
bet.
Well, my playbook is the Flake. For those who don't know, Monster of the Week, and so I'm really like mapping out this web of conspiracy and lies and betrayal. So I'm really stewing, and if anybody even says Julia around me, Andy, I will like visibly tense and like crunch whatever snack I'm holding.
It's been a thing. It's been something that we've kind of had actually to have her roll to make sure she can act.
Yeah.
So she's got a
Pretty
little bit
upset.
of PTSD there. But yeah, so at this point, you have heard a lot of like, with Micah, you've heard a lot of Emmy, trying to scrounge up information. You guys have seen, Sabine has given you whatever update she can, but it seems that there's really not a lot of information, and it's kind of disturbing how quiet it seems to be in the wake of this. So you could tell there's a lot of tension, especially with Sabine when she gives you her normal kind of go-to stuff. But you guys are headed into the office at this point, so we're going to get you over to Sabers, and you are supposed to be meeting up with Sabine for a new job.
Oh.
Yay.
Oh, did I leave pictures up there? No,
Yep.
those need to go away. Excuse the DM for a moment.
Those were the witches, right?
Those were the witches,
Yeah.
the New York witches. All right. So as you guys go in, there is a very familiar face to at least one person who is there now. Sitting with Sabine.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
You're in trouble.
You're in
You're
trouble.
in
You're in
We
trouble.
all start saying that as soon as we walk in. So this is in character.
In character. You're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
And it's like,
trouble.
Carla, what did you do?
You're in trouble. Oh my god.
Also, your dad is kind of hot.
That's a really good picture of him.
I said
I
it
leaned over to-
quietly.
I lean over to Esther and I'm like, I know.
Not good.
Sabine just goes, ladies. And he just, Papa Silver's just got a big grin on his face when he sees all of you come in. I figured you were too busy to pick me up from the airport, so I just came here.
You didn't pick your dad up for the airport?
I didn't know he
Well,
was
we don't
coming.
have a car. We
I
don't
said
have
I was
cars,
coming.
Do we?
I mean, you
Mike-
also.
I have a car.
No, do you still?
Oh shit, do
Oh,
I?
yeah, it got stolen.
Did we
did
lose
get
our car?
We did get the car. We did recover the car
Okay,
back.
Okay,
from
okay.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
okay.
Okay, well, Micah did get her car back, but you know, it's not like she's gonna let us borrow it again. So
Exactly.
he had
True.
to.
I'm just gonna sit down.
Your dad just kind of sitting back in his chair, like.
I walk up to him and like offer my hand to shake his hand. Hey, I'm Esther. I think we talked at some point. You know, I was carrying her. So, sorry
I
for any
recognize
like.
your voice. Yeah, no, Arthur Silver. It's nice to meet you. And he shakes your hand. He's got a rough hand. But he's got a really strong grip, and he just gives you a really good, firm, one-time handshake.
So
So awkward.
what you doing here? not that we don't. Never mind.
We're delighted to make your acquaintance, Mr.
This is
Silver.
Miriam.
Carla.
Miriam!
Dr.
And I'm gonna
the
push
adult.
Miriam in front of me.
Yeah,
The kids throw you under the bus.
I'll like pull him towards Miriam. I'll be
Oh.
like, yes, yes, and
I
like
was
lead
scared.
them together.
I forgot we were shipping them.
Oh yeah.
That X in this bit.
All right, my relationship might be in a weird state right now, but that doesn't mean this can't happen.
He's like, I'm still gonna find joy.
Oh man.
He owns leather-bound books. Yeah, that's the best way to get him, I think.
I feel like Andy retires to just be a matchmaker.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's gonna happen too. Just a witchy matchmaker.
Andy
Yeah.
the
All right.
Yenta.
So, out of curiosity, did you actually pull Papa Silver out of his chair to meet Miriam?
I
Yeah,
would've
I'm
just
gonna
pushed
go over
Miriam
to
in
him and
front of
like
me.
sort of be like, come on, and like bring him.
This man
Uh,
is very
towards-
tall, by the way.
Yes.
He's taller than all of y'all.
So when he stands, I'm like sort of looking, and I'm like, okay, and just
Very
don't
broad
acknowledge
shoulders,
it.
very tall.
And I'll be like, that's good in case she changes, and then I'll sort of like pull him
Does what?
towards her.
I mean, like I'm sure every woman goes through changes.
Mine are a bit
Dad,
more
don't be
dramatic
weird.
than some. It's fine.
I'm not getting the code word. I don't have the word to unlock whatever this is.
I turn into a giant monster.
Mhm.
It's,
Oh!
A very
Useful.
pretty one.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Yeah.
And he just kind of nods, like, okay, that makes sense.
So,
Does it make sense to anything?
why are
what
you
can we
here?
do to make your visit less? And she looks over at Cat. Stressful.
Well, I figured I'd come meet your boss, see if there was any help I could give while I was here. And Sabine is just watching this, like, and she looks like she's kind of enjoying
I
this.
bet she
You
is.
would be.
Like,
I
she's just
bet she is.
watching all of it, like, this makes up for everything. This makes up for so much. All the bullshit that's been pulled in her office. She's just like,
Oh
So-
man.
Mr. Silver has offered an option that was not thought of for finding information about possible connections with the Ringmaster, or maybe Julia. We're having some issues finding any information at the time, and your father, who seems to have become a bit of a information gatherer, from what I've heard, suggested the market.
The goblin market?
I don't believe the New Yorkers call it the Goblin Market, but it is a market of sorts. It is a black market. It is a local market that has been around for some time. And
Oh, like
seems
the Green Market in Union Square.
not exactly.
Sabine, stop being so mysterious and just tell us.
It's her default setting.
I
It is.
know.
You don't have to seduce
I
us,
adore
Sabine.
it most days.
Arthur actually pipes up and goes, I've been to the market a couple of times. I've come to New York a couple of times specifically to visit it. It's a black market for supernatural. And it's just possibly a good way for us to find some information that's probably not as readily available to Sabers.
You have unplumbed depths, Mr. Silver.
What was that?
You have
I'm
you
gonna
have
start coughing.
unplumbed
That's
depths,
like very.
Mr. Silver.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
How do you buy things at the black market with regular money? Andy has no idea. I have no idea.
Bitcoin.
It will
Oh, I
be
have that.
PayPal.
It's Venmo, but emoji only. No.
just like
Bitcoin.
pixies.
Bitcoin,
Yep.
wire transfers, or large quantities of cash.
Cash is the most preferable version of payments in the market, and it is very much a safe haven for beans. There are rules that you need to follow while you're down there.
Good at that.
Okay.
Please,
As long as other people follow them, we're fine with following them.
Andy, I appreciate you. I thoroughly do. But you can't even follow the basic legal laws when it comes to going through Central Park for one day.
There were gods involved and coconuts. It was a lot, Sabine.
It was an emergency.
It was an emergency. Have you ever had a friend that had an emergency? Did you care about the laws? My friend was in a crisis.
And she's just very quiet at this point. Arthur kind of takes reign at that point. It's like, I've also offered to take you ladies down there. As somebody who has been in the market a few times, I know the rules. I know the places to look. I know the places to talk to. I know who not to talk to. I'd like to be your guide. Carla, honey, I know you're probably not the biggest fan of this one.
No, it's
But-
great. You can be Miriam's handler. She needs a handler.
I absolutely do not need a handler.
Yes, you do.
Honey,
Can
if
I get-
anyone's getting me as a handler, it's probably going to be you.
Can I get a printout of the rules? Just so I
Print
can
out.
study. And I'm not great with remembering rules.
They're actually posted on the way in, but a couple of them there's no fighting. Like it's
I mean, as
safe
long
route.
as people don't start fights.
Yeah.
Why am I worried? I've been with you for 5 minutes, and Sabine just cuts in. Don't worry, it won't get any better.
She is right.
Are
We'll be good. We'll be.
professionals.
Yes, that. What Mike has
Consummate
said.
professionals.
Yeah.
Consummate.
Uh,
Miriam's gonna consummate this. Young lady.
like a father who's just knows this kind of just completely like looks up at the ceiling and keeps going on.
It's
No
not
flash
paying attention to us at all.
photography, which I've never understood.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Who uses
Yeah.
flashes?
It's the
Mm.
lights, the sudden lights.
That could be.
There's going to be a couple creatures down there that's not going to like that, not going to appreciate that very much. There is, but mostly it's no fighting. No fighting, no flash photography. Just be courteous.
I can do that.
As you guys are saying that, there is actually Sabine's phone rings at this point. And there's a voice on the other end. Sabine is like, yes. I don't think that's the best. And the voice is cutting her off. Well, they're in the office if you're so desperate to go.
Oh no.
And she hangs up. And she's like, obviously, you'll have one more joining you.
Ooh.
Before we get entirely comfortable
Please don't
with
say
this
Sebastian.
idea, I would like to ask Mr. Silver, I do hate to impose, but could you tell Kat something that only you would know, please?
That's a good idea.
Fair.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I stand behind her and look really suspiciously at him now because it hadn't occurred to me, but now I'm like,
And me and Andy are probably both
Yeah.
standing there the same way.
yep.
All right. Used to be pink.
It's my dad.
Very well, thank you. I appreciate your willingness.
You had to go with that.
I mean, it's the one thing that's the obvious change.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So as you guys, at this point, Sabine is actually going to give you cash. It sounds like they've been talking about this for a while before you guys showed up. She hands over at least $1,000 in cash to each one of you.
Each one of us? Heck yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Andy's
she
having
just-
a little witch geek fest.
She holds up her hand before any of you grab the cash. This
Wow.
is for work.
Black market items.
Do we have to get receipts?
Oh, good
If you-
question, Esther.
I don't know if they offer, but if they do, otherwise, I can just find out what items you brought back with you.
True.
I have other ways.
What if we're just paying for information?
Oh, well,
There's
then I
no
will,
receipts.
No receipts.
again, I'll know with or without them.
Not sure how I feel about that, but okay.
So at this point, the door actually opens and it's Reynard.
Oh, thank God it's not Sebastian.
Oh, somebody's hiding.
Somebody doesn't want to introduce
I
her
was so
boyfriend.
scared that's who
Yeah.
I was so scared that's who you were gonna bring in.
This is the hell lawyer I'm dating.
I'm gonna text Sebastian. I just want to put
Kevin
this out
and
as
hell lawyer.
canon.
She's
I'm texting him not to come. dad
Divine
is
lawyer.
Dad alert,
Divine.
dad alert.
Oh God. Just like no God. How long do I have to be somewhere else?
I'll just text you. We're going to the
Right.
black
Coconuts.
market though.
Coconuts!
I'll text you a coconut
Okay.
with.
I thought coconuts were the emergency signal.
They
Oh
are.
yeah.
But
Okay.
Sebastian doesn't know that.
Yeah. I will text you later.
All right. Reynard actually comes up to Andy. It's just like, if you're going to the market, you're not going alone.
Yeah, I'm going with all these people and Carla's dad and someone
Dad,
else.
Reynard,
So,
Reynard,
are you the
That-
other?
Dad.
Are
That
you
would
the
be me.
someone else?
That would be me.
I mean, if you want to come along, sure. Can't tell you no. It's good for you to get out of the house.
Yep.
Get out of-
And I'll like kiss him on the cheek and be like, I've got $1,000 burning a hole in my pocket. I'm not just happy to see you.
Ian looks like she regrets many things,
I bet she does.
mostly giving you all money. All right. So, do you guys want to do anything before we move on? Is there anything where you want to go?
Would it be prudent for us to leave a message with any of Esther's extended family? Should we need to leave in a hurry?
No, we're not
Coconut.
talking to them.
Fair
No, we're
enough.
mad at them, Miriam. They weren't there for Esther.
No,
when-
they were not.
I, 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 don't want to deal with them.
Noted.
I am going to text my girlfriend and let her know that I'm going to be gone and I don't know when I'll be back.
Aww.
And at
Maybe
that
it-
point, what?
Abby.
Is the
I'm
dog-
gonna drop Crinitus at the puppy care place.
But maybe
Oh,
it's
yeah.
dog friendly, Esther. Maybe we could take him.
Yeah, he's very prone to starting fights, and I can't.
True.
I can't.
He's a
control
good boy. He's a good boy. I'm like,
He is
down there
a
on the
very
ground.
good boy, but he likes fighting.
He's also real protective of his mama.
Also a demon.
Yes.
Don't- I don't think it's a good idea.
Also, Ben is having way too much fun in the comments.
I know, he's
And-
ridiculous.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna lean into Cranitus's ear and say, I think you should be able to come, but your mom says no. And I'll like leave him at the
And he actually makes like a but what Esther hears is, "Mother, I should go."
Thanks, Andy. Crinitus, do you remember how the puppy place has a pool? You get to heat it up for all the other doggies.
And his tail does wag, but he still looks at you like, but the
Treats.
squishy one says I should go."
Bacon.
You'll be fine.
Hot dogs.
Bacon. So, Crinitus is bought for the price of a warm tub and bacon.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Whomst among us has not?
Let's not put that to the test right now because none of us will go to the market.
None of you will go to the market. It'll be warm, hot bath and bacon.
We just hang out with puppies the whole episode.
Oh God. Oh God.
I mean,
Comic
that
book
doesn't
store
sound terrible.
2.0.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peggy,
God.
Peggy is right here to volunteer.
Yep.
How much
Mostly
time can we
because she can
spend
smell
in
like
How much
doggy
time we got for
daycare?
the shopping trip?
Mhm.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Heather, do you remember how we play?
Yes, I remember. We're gonna see how this goes, shall we?
I had to get you out of the comic book store.
That
Out of the
was
comic store.
ridiculous.
Okay, so moving on. Crinitus is dropped off at the puppy place. Dad is hailing a cab at this point. Not a cab. They're actually gonna get in a vehicle. What was that?
I'd like to run by an ATM and get a couple more $1,000 just in case.
Of course.
Just,
And-
you know.
Just waving that wealth around.
Look,
I mean, there
I
could
might
be
have to
cool-
buy your asses out of something.
You
I've,
might.
I've met
Fair.
you all.
Fair.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get into trouble. I am good.
You are trouble?
Insight check.
No. No, the
It's gonna be
wisdom,
low.
the intelligence is high, but the insight is low. The wisdom is very low in this one. My favorite combo.
Okay, so at this point, you guys do go to you pull up more cash. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we move?
As we are kind of like, I'm hanging out with my dad a little more, I kind of like rethink the whole Sebastian thing. And I'm gonna text him back and be like, I mean, or you could meet him. ...
Oh my.
So,
Oh my. It's serious.
I mean,
There- You see the little dots that someone's typing, and
oh,
they
Christ.
stop,
Oh fuck, I hate when
and then you
people
see
do that.
the three dots, and it stops.
Ugh.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's up to you. Just don't wear a suit. That's weird. Like, wear your sweatpants. No, not sweatpants. Like, jeans.
What?
There's like a
Carla,
dot.
what are you
I
telling
don't
him?
have jeans.
I'll buy you jeans?
go to dinner.
At the Black
Don't have it be here. Like when you get back.
The whole
I mean-
housing area blows up.
Or brunch, Carla, brunch, day drinking.
Do I look like a
And-
brunch person to you, Andy?
You could
You
be though.
could be, but you haven't introduced a boyfriend to your dad in a while, right?
Dad, do you like
Like-
brunch?
He just kind of pauses on his way to the area where
doesn't
you
like
guys get your
brunch?
vehicles. He's like, I've had a brunch or two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah,
then
Dad.
look back down at my phone and go, brunch tomorrow morning, question mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like you can tell it takes a couple seconds, but he's reading and he's like, yeah, sure.
Okay, text you later.
Yeah.
Some of my best friends are brunches.
Ben,
Oh my
get
God.
out.
Well, welcome to Sabers. If you had this is your first time,
Yeah.
this is how things go.
Also, this is us not hanging out for a long time, so it's like
Yes.
word vomit.
Our flavor of weird or not? I mean, it's fine either way. But
There's gonna be some shenanigans.
Like,
There
yeah,
will be
this is what we
some
do.
Prepared.
We
Oh.
so much shenaniganizing.
I got a fan. I'll get it on a break, but
Do
I have
it.
to get a fan.
I still have
All right,
one.
so
I'll have a fan.
now that we have everything squared away, everyone's happy. They have money. They have extra money. You guys are going down to the vehicles and Papa Silver, because that's I guess what I'm going to be calling him.
That's fine.
Is we have to go to Williamsburg. There's
We call him
actually-
Daddy Silver.
You want to come?
No,
I'm
no,
not
we
going
cannot
to.
do that.
No.
Miriam can though.
Comfort win.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're
lean
muted.
over and ask, can we be armed?
Oh yeah.
Not a good idea.
I'm gonna
Honestly,
bring
they'll
my
probably
little
take your
taser
weapons at the market if
anyway.
you can't take any.
What about this? And I'll take my wand, stiletto knife out of my
Is
hair.
Is it normal or is it magic?
Yes.
They'll take it.
Are we in an Uber? What kind of car are we in? Am
You're
I just-
taking one of the Saber vehicles, one of the
Okay.
bigger ones.
I can leave it in the car. Okay.
All right. You guys are headed now to Williamsburg,
Okay.
and there's actually what looks like it used to be the entrance to an old train station.
Ooh,
And as you guys get there, it looks like it's kind of sealed off. And Arthur's like, so this has actually been closed forever. It actually was never opened. And it's been a couple of things. There was an art exhibit that used to be down here, but for a good long while, it's just been for the market. So we're going to go around the back way, try to be as low key as possible. And at that, I'm going to have you guys all roll for act under pressure.
Oh shoot.
to be
Oh,
lucky.
my favorite role? Sure, allow me.
Hey, just before we get started, do we have any bonus?
We
Solid.
do not.
I don't see any.
I got an 11.
Wow.
Is it cheating if I donate bonuses to everybody?
This is for you.
Four?
Wait, am I driving? I'm always driving.
I got a 2 and a 1 with a +1, so
Awesome.
here's
I
a
get an automatic
Wow.
+1.
Wow.
My act under pressure? Okay, well, I got a 9.
Oh, good. One of
I
us
went ahead.
passed.
Got a
Micah
6.
And what did Carla get?
11.
Okay. What did Micah get?
Oh, so I get an automatic +1 while driving, so I got an 8.
Oh, wait,
All
I
right.
got +1, so I got a 10.
Okay. Well, that means that Micah, Carla, and Miriam all succeeded, but Esther and Andy did not.
Seems right.
Oh, we failed a cool roll? What are you talking about?
So
Never
as you guys
happened.
as
Very
you
on
guys are
brand.
going through the chain link and some of the barricaded parts of the entrance, at least 4 of you, that's including Arthur, get through just fine. But with Esther and Andy bringing up the rear, Andy's sweater actually gets caught on the chain link and starts kind of trying to pull it out, and Esther's
Yeah.
trying to help her, and
Trying
you
to
just like
help.
rattle the chain link fence
That
a little
checks out.
bit, and it's loud.
You know,
So you guys
it's not a
with that.
fight. It's not
And
a fight.
Arthur just kind of looks back at you guys like,
It's not flash photography either.
he's like, what?
What?
I thought you guys were supposed to be this like secret agent organization.
I kick
Actually,
ass. It's like
secret-
literally all I do.
Neither of the S's stand for secret. So, no.
You were mistaken, sir.
I don't know who told you that my thing was secrets.
Definitely wasn't me.
And I'll point to Renard and I'll be like, ask this guy. There's no way.
Reynard, who's just legitimately hanging back, just watching you two, like
Is he at least smiling?
he just looks like he's like, why did I come?
Aw.
Why
To
am I
see
here?
this. Come on.
Just like calmly comes over, untangles your sweater, holds it back.
I could have
Thank you. Love you.
done that.
I love you too, Esther. And I'll kiss your cheek too. Like, don't worry.
It's fine. I'm kind
We'll
of
do better next time we have to act under pressure.
definitely for
So-
sure.
So as you guys go in, it gets extremely dark, and then you actually do see, as you're going down, a lit area at the end where there's been a little bit of what looks like some modern contemporary art that's been lit up by candles that looks like they don't seem to be flickering as hard as natural candles would. So they are actually like, they look a bit unearthly.
Wait, it
There-
is nighttime.
No, it was actually day when you went in.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And you do see a sign that's actually posted about right here when you guys walk past this sign. And it actually has a no fighting, no flash photography, no weapons.
No spitting. Just kidding.
No
Yeah, that's a
spitting.
Sam edition.
Gotta be polite. Gotta
No
be
weapons.
polite.
Okay.
But when you guys get down there, this is going to be the first place you see. What are you going to do?
I'm going.
I mean,
I'm
I
just
left
gonna
my
follow my
weapons in
dad.
the car. Except
You're just going to
for
follow
the,
Arthur?
Yeah.
the fighting sticks. You think I can get away with those?
Those would be weapons.
Even my
Alright.
tiny taser I can bring.
That's a weapon.
It's neutral
I
ground.
mean, that's relative.
I got
I'm
it.
gonna go to Arthur and be like, what if I'm a weapon?
Oh boy.
That's why there's the no fighting rule.
Yep.
Okay.
Most people
We-
down here just try to follow the rules and, you know, get in and out of here as best we can is probably the best way to go.
Definitely.
We'll lean towards Renard and be like, you're definitely a weapon.
Should I take point? Is it that kind of situation?
Doesn't have to be.
Fair enough. Lead on, Mr. Silver.
All right. So as you guys are going down there, the area opens up more when you go around. What used to be a train station, like used to be a platform area, is now actually looks like it's been built out at this point. And it actually looks like a very large bazaar of kinds. So at this point, there are a lot of shops. It looks like some of these shops have been here for a while. Like there are some booths, things like that. There are a lot of people like either just kind of lounging behind their booths or they're yelling out their wares, things like that. Someone is yelling out that they have things to help with your rage, your magic, things that will help you to endure the battle. There's what looks like a small goblin behind a little booth that is just packed with fireworks. Like fireworks? Illegal fireworks from the top. You can't get these up here. Black cats! And he's showing off all these like illegal, like in many states,
Oh,
like
man, I want
fireworks, like
one.
big monsters. And he looks just so giddy about it. He's got like the bug eyes. He's like on his own, like high at this point. He's like, just get these and light up and create chaos. He's so excited about this.
Huh.
I'm going to very restrainedly walk by.
And he actually,
not.
when you walk by,
Oh,
when
go
you
ahead.
walk by, he actually like takes like a lighter, lights a sparkler, and go like, "Do you want a sparkler?"
Nope. Nope.
Esther, take it.
Nope.
I would love one.
Okay, that will be $100.
How about 75?
75.
These are the ones you get for like $1 per pack in the convenience store, right?
No, they're
These are supposedly illegal. That's all he knows about it. They're illegal for some reason, so he bought them.
Bless.
And he's reselling. Very industrious.
We
I'm
are
gonna,
in a
I'm gonna
market.
give him a $50 bill and see what he does.
He kind of turns it over, stuffs it in like his pocket up here, and goes. He looks like he doesn't know how much money you just gave him, and he just hands you a pack of sparklers, and goes, "Have fun. Don't
Thank
light them over
you.
there. Please go."
I'm gonna.
So when he points over to that direction, let's take a look in that direction. Take a smell. Are we talking gas? Are we talking?
You don't really get a smell from the place that he's pointing, but he is pointing at the seller who was yelling about having like, what sounds like magical like roids.
Oh, great!
Like
What
he's
could
the one
possibly-
going like, rage better, do magic, endure. Like it looks like he's selling like pretty much performance enhancers.
Yep. Fantastic.
And
Well,
there are a
since
couple. Go ahead.
Since we've made the acquaintance of this goblin,
Mhm.
I will say, they now are they part of the Fey universe in your world?
Goblins, yes, they are part of the Fey universe.
But they're not ever nobility. So he might feel some kind of way about Oberon.
At this point, since you guys have kind of all crowded in, he has not seen Reynard yet.
It's probably a good idea.
I want to note for the record, I am not crowded in. I am in the middle of the walkway, hands by my sides, not looking or talking to anybody.
We're very proud of you.
It's just like, hands in your pockets!
No touching. No.
No, touchy. Oh
I'll
no.
come up behind you and like tickle you.
You need to do-
Betrayal!
And I'll be like, it's okay, Esther, don't worry. It's just a magical place like all the other places.
No, this is different. I can feel it. This is bad for me. I'm bad at this.
There is a lot of weird, for the people who can sense magic, there's a lot of weird things bouncing off the walls in here. And a little bit of probably tension. You guys also have to see what Ben just put in the chat.
I feel like that magical tension would affect each of us really differently, though. So, like, I'm very much like amped up by that energy.
You're like, ding, 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 ding. And Esther's like, no.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't
She's
like it.
lunchboxing. She's like shutting down.
Now, it looks like there's also a bar that looks like an old bar that's been built into this area. And what looks kind of like almost like an administrative building, but it looks like people with like doctor's coats and stuff are going in and out of that building. All right,
Are
what do
there
you want to do?
signs?
There are signs. There is actually a sign above the administrative looking building. It says Ward.
Okay.
And the bar is actually called O'Reilly's.
Is there a sign that says information?
No.
Or perhaps information broker?
Nope.
Or perhaps oracle?
Nope.
Oh, I tried. I looked with my eyes and not my hands.
What you see is a lot of stalls that are kind of packed in. There's a lot of just like, and there's not just humans milling about here. Obviously, you had a goblin that was running a ridiculous fireworks stand. And then you have what looks like quite a few other creatures that don't seem to mind that they're out in the open. You see what looks like a couple of vampires. You see a couple creatures that you don't really recognize. You see some that have wings. You see quite a few different skin variations and scales. So you do see quite a bit going on here.
Any Wendigo?
Not that you're seeing. You don't see a Wendigo, but as you're looking, there is a booth that you guys pass by that actually looks at you and squints. He doesn't look entirely human. His features are kind of odd, and he goes like, "Ooh, do you have the inside of you?"
Is he speaking to me?
Oh, he's speaking to Miriam.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you do, don't you?
I do.
Are you willing to sell hair or nails, or do you want it gone? If you give us as much blood as you possibly can, we can in one sitting we can take it out of you.
Miriam just completely freezes at that. Like, that is...
We can pay you well.
Miriam, if there's anything I know, deals like this.
I believe you are very kind, but I will not be getting rid of it. No.
Yeah, she's not doing it, okay?
It's
Come on,
not
Miriam.
kindness, it's a business transaction.
I might be interested in parting with a bit of hair.
Okay.
But
fur is more preferable.
That would require some information, my friend.
What would you like?
I would like to know everything there is to know about the death of Oberon.
Oh. And he seems to think about it, and then he sees Reynard. Well, you should ask the King Killer. He's with you. And you see Reynard go. And you see that goblin's head whip around when he hears that. The King Killer! The King Killer! And he goes like, what do you do?
Do you think it's really that simple, my friend?
Well, I mean, he would know.
But he didn't do it.
That's not what they say.
Is that all they say?
There are rumors to why he did it.
And what might those rumors be?
I think at this point, I need some things first.
Fur clippings, nothing more. And no more than can fill a teacup. I'm very vain.
Well, I do have scissors. I have a razor. We can do this now.
I will be slicing it myself, but thank you.
All right, then. And he goes and kind of goes behind the cart, and you hear him like bang things around, and he brings what looks like it. He looks at his teacups, pours it out. To you.
Bless.
It's like, this will do?
It's a regular sized teacup, not a mug the size of his head or anything.
Yeah, it looks like it's an old chip teacup.
Okay. All right. Since it's probably not that unusual for people to transform in this joint. Oh, but shoot. Dad. Dad's here, and I don't want to be walking around in rags after that.
Yeah, but he can't fight you now. We'll get you new duds. Or we probably have them for you, right, Miriam? I don't think you would have.
Would you be kind enough to turn around, Mr. Silver?
Come on, Dad.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he would. We'll turn him.
He does. He turns around without a problem. Reynard also turns around.
I'm going to go around the side of the Miriam will go around the side of the booth and strip down so that she doesn't rip out of all of her clothes Hulk style, because we're not walking around the market naked. We're not.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. The night is still young, ladies.
And folds up her clothes, stacks them on the
I hold them.
Thank you. That'll be lovely. And transforms and tears some of her fur and lets the tufts fall into the teacup.
And he holds the teacup up like, ah, thank you. Just like catching all of them like reverently.
Yeah, that's some heavy shit. That's some mojo right there. And then transforms back and asks for her clothes from Carla.
Yep.
And redresses, and while she's getting dressed again, she asks, "Now that is a valuable teacup, my friend."
And he puts his hand over the teacup top. It is. I will be more than happy to tell you what the rumors are about. And he takes a little bow. The king killer. It turns out that there are a few rumors that he did it for the love of Titania. Some say he did it for the throne. Well, of course, he's a trickster, isn't that right? He would want more power, with a lovely queen by his side and the throne for himself. He would be dangerous.
But why now? It makes no sense for him to strike at a time when he is easily vulnerable.
The Fae are always scheming. Time doesn't matter.
I think you're giving me the runaround, friend.
Well, you wanted to know what I heard, and this is what I heard.
Is that all you've heard?
I heard what I can through the grapevine. Reynard is actually at this point gritting his teeth. You could see his jaws locking at this point. He's trying not to say
I'm
anything.
gonna take Reynard and tell him I need him for a moment. Come here, buddy old pal.
Buddy.
I'm gonna give you a big eyebrow raise and then just be like, if you can solve this, fine. Like, I've tried everything the past
I
3
mouth
weeks,
the
so,
words, I'll try.
All right, so what are you going to say to
like,
Reynard?
pizza later.
I'm just gonna kind of try to distract him and be like, so, that ring's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, Carla, my girl. Just kidding.
it was supposed to be a surprise.
She'll still be surprised. She probably forgot about it, to be honest.
I highly doubt that,
Mean but
Carla, but that's
true.
nice to say.
I mean, she's got a lot on her mind.
She didn't see it either, just like officially.
Yeah.
I yell from behind them in my subtle way.
And I give you a
that I have.
face like,
I appreciate it, Carla. I don't really feel comfortable talking about this here.
well, we can talk about something else. What's your favorite food? Come on, humor me. We never get to hang out. You guys are always busy.
Snow cones.
That's your favorite food. Out of everything you've tried, snow cones, what flavor?
Raspberry. It's weird. Not everybody carries it, so finding it's a little hard, especially when it's not summer.
Okay.
We're gonna make him so many raspberry snow
Yep.
cones.
What's your favorite?
Favorite snow cone?
A food.
Mac and cheese and pizza. Old pizza though.
I've heard
Like
stories.
day old pizza.
Vintage.
I've
Vintage
heard
pizza.
stories.
Day old pizza from a crime scene.
Yep, it's gotta be for a crime scene.
It adds that special spice.
It's canon.
It is
Uh,
law.
As you guys are talking, since you guys are a little bit further
Yeah,
away.
I'll say like while we're like, you know, I'm trying to distract him.
Yeah, you're trying to distract him. It looks like he's kind of loosening up again. And the stall you guys are standing in front of, the merchant is selling different, like, gruesome looking ingredients. And he says, like, kind of leans over. It's like, would you like anything for your next spell, King Killer? I'm sure we could have anything that would appease you.
Such a bad idea to bring him here.
He didn't get brought. He insisted.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that, like, calmness just kind of like washes away on his face and just gets hard, and he just like legitimately ignores the stall owner. I guess we should go back.
Can I finish haggling with this dude?
You can.
Excellent. You were clever enough to see what I have, and clever enough to bargain for it, and clever enough to hear the rumors. So what do you really think happened?
Well, I am no fae, but
Mm.
fae do talk.
Mm.
And when they talk, it's usually juicy, and it's usually very fruitful. And I hear that the Lady Titania banished him. He can't go back, can he?
That's not what you really think happened, though. You're avoiding the question. Is
No,
that
I
what-
think the fae are none of my business. They're my business when they buy things, or when they sell things. But besides that, it's not my business.
She's going to lean in close, uncanny aura in full effect, and say, I think you're dealing in poor faith, merchant, and trying to take advantage of me.
And he leans back a little bit, but he doesn't lean back as much as you think he should.
Well, right. I mean, shit, look at his environment.
Like, I gave for exactly what you asked in return. You wanted to know the things I'd heard about Reynard the Trickster. And I answered, fair trade.
Come on, Miriam, it's not worth it. I can see that idea in your head. It's not worth it.
Hey, Heather, while this is happening, and Carlos tried to distract my boyfriend,
Poor boyfriend.
who is being in a bad place, and Miriam is haggling. I want to see if I can do like maybe a read the room or something is the right move to find like the most powerful booth that is within my like sensing range.
Okay.
Oh my.
Read the room is a bit more like a danger thing.
Okay.
So
So different than read about situation. It's not
read
just
the
like our
room.
perception.
Read the room. Gotcha.
Or isn't that what we called it?
Yes,
don't
you
know.
can. That's
Okay.
I keep forgetting that I legitimately named it so close to another move that
Okay, whatever we
I
want to call it. Basically,
Yeah,
I want to
read the
do a
room.
perception check on like where's the juiciest booth in this bitch
Yes.
that I can. Because
I've
Andy,
got read the room pulled up.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. So 5, 2, 7 plus 3 is a 10.
Ooh, a 10. All right. So on a 10,
It's sharp, right?
yes, it's going to be sharp. So you get a clear answer to what it is you're looking for. So you said you're trying to look for what the most powerful booth is that's in here?
Yeah, like if you said we can feel like the magic essentially. So Andy's like, I'm not here to play fucking checkers. Like my partner has been wronged. Like I have been helpless in all of these god scenarios. Like I'm here to do some investigating. I'm not gonna trifle with the sparklers and like toenails or whatever this guy wants. Like I want to go. So that's my thinking.
Okay. One of the most powerful, and you said specifically magic, that you see is a stall that looks like it's selling books.
Great.
It's a bit further down, and for some reason you feel a bit of a tug towards it.
Okay, is Renard back with the group now?
He
Or
did
is
come
still-
back with Carla.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, let's go look at books and take him with me, and whatever the rest of the group does, the rest of the group does. But I'm going there.
There are quite a few more booths. There is also the bar. There's the ward. There's a couple places that look like they're selling food. There are a couple places that look like they are selling what look like odds and ends. Some places look like they're selling weapons, but they look like they're hand-fasted. Sorry, not hand-fasted. They're tied. Yeah, peace tied.
Because it's like the Ren Fair.
Kind of. Kind of.
Kind of, yeah, actually.
But yes, as you guys are moving around, you guys can go to wherever you need to at this point. The bar sounds like it's getting a little bit rowdy. The ward seems pretty quiet, but there are a lot of people milling about the booths and things like that.
Um, just whenever it fits. My next move, I think, is going to be to consult my past lives because
Ooh, good call.
I'm lost, but this thing has to have existed in many forms for a really long time. So I just want to see if one of them has interacted with it before.
Okay, go ahead and roll, and let me know who you're trying to contact.
The move is just generally past lives, and then if you get a question, you can ask a specific one.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, on a 10 or more, a past life has something useful to offer. Ask the keeper 2 of the questions below.
Okay.
So I would say, what did a past life discover about this magical black market if they interacted with it? And what important hidden secrets can a past life show me the way to?
Okay. Let me take a look here really quickly at the different people. Ah, Grace O'Malley.
Oh,
All right. So,
she's Spanish, Grace O'Malley. A lot of people don't know that.
Grace O'Malley, your Irish pirate.
Yeah.
Is
Pirate Queen, thank you very much.
Pirate Queen. I'm so sorry. Grace O'Malley, she tells you that you need to be very careful, be on your guard. Even though there are rules, there are ways for many to get around them.
Interesting. Is there a specific loophole she knew about? I would expect her to find one if anybody did.
If there was a loophole, she's like, always make sure you're at the self-defense end of the fight.
Okay.
Don't throw the first punch.
Got it. Is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Like, this is a place where you definitely don't want to be the aggressor.
Yes. Cool.
All right. Let's see. Carla, is there anything you want to do?
No. I'm just going to be kind of hanging back, taking everyone in, making... if Dad. I can, kind of just keeping an eye out if anyone is watching us or seems a little, just kind of reading the room.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll for read the room.
All right. Damn you, Noah. Let's see. What do I add to that?
You're sharp.
Sharp. So that's a 12.
Oh, thank you, Whistle. That was kind of you.
He just wants to screw us over.
It's one way to call it.
Thanks a lot,
Too bad we already
Noah.
screwed ourselves. Noah.
Ha!
We got there first. What'd you get for read the room?
12.
12. All right. You look around. You don't see that there's a lot going on. You do see that somebody seems to be taking notice of your group at one of the booths. You don't recognize them.
Okay.
And
what's at that booth?
It looks like a kind of a hodgepodge of different things, but it looks like their booth is a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, and they have pretty much a lot of the items are in jars, or they're under covers, things like that. And they seem to have a row of what looks like bottles filled with white, some kind of white light.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on them.
Okay. All right. Your dad is actually standing, watching everybody at this point, and is, as you guys are walking, he's kind of moseying through the area, looking around, and he goes like, so when we turn the corner, there's like an elf that's like right around this thing. He's gonna make like quiet, weird, uncomfortable moaning noises and tell you that he can enhance your privates. Just it's a scam. Just keep moving past.
Okay.
Is this
Wait,
the
why
black
do you
market?
know this?
I've been here a few times, honey.
It's the black market version of spam. It's so good.
So,
Okay.
let's see. Miriam, what are you doing? You're muted.
I shouldn't be.
Now you
are now.
aren't.
You're good.
Okay. I've told the young man at the booth that I'm going to leave a very serious Yelp review, and we're moving on.
Yes, the Yelp reviews returned. Were you here for that episode, Miriam? Oh man, there was a whole episode about Yelp reviews.
That was the writer episode. Hi, Scott.
I digress.
What up, Scott?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say Mr. Silver when he talks about the artificially enhanced mojo there.
You're being very delicate today. This is not like Miriam.
You could tell that he did not expect that you were hanging with them because he looks a little pink. Just like,
Look, it was different flirting in the 1800s, okay? What do you
he
want?
just turns a little pink and just. I'm not saying there's ever been, never, no elf magic here.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
I didn't want to know that. Hey.
Same.
I'm just saying, like.
But
give her
alas,
credit.
here
It's a
we
scam.
are.
Yeah.
Sam is doing charades.
Aw,
Are-
thanks,
are you
Noah.
Not able to hear, or
No, I'm here now.
Oh, okay.
I was just making faces at the the comments or
Fair enough.
the conversation that was occurring
Um,
while I plugged in my iPhone.
let me go ahead,
Esther.
and since I
Oh,
have
my-
a chance, let me go ahead and take a deep sniff and see if what I smell.
You really want to
This is gonna
sniff
be
down here? Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
And side note, guys, every one of us has an advantage now.
From you.
From Noah.
Noah, thank you.
We guilted him, I think, into giving us all one.
He's
You know what?
at the end, too.
You know what, chat? We're not above guilt.
Same.
We never have
We're not
been.
above it.
Manipulation,
We
emotional
never will be.
manipulation, we'll do it all.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're
I'm
not
just
used to
debating the
flying without them at this
morality.
point.
Of spending points
know?
on advantages for other people in the party. Like,
Listen.
as long as I didn't do it for myself.
I rolled a 4 on my act under pressure, so I think I've had my.
You had your moments.
This sweater will never recover, and Andy is visibly shaken from that. So
Okay, so you
Sweater
rolled for a sniff test. What'd you get?
Nice.
Yeah.
boom.
I
Plus
mean-
3, right?
I can't say you're going to be happy.
Well, no, it's going to be quite unpleasant, and I'm not excited about it. But at least I will learn some things, hopefully.
Well, you can smell what kind of is the equivalent to an entire apothecary shop. You can smell blood. You can smell fur. You can smell creatures that you recognize the smell of from encountering them before, and some that you just like make your eyes blink. You're just very confused about the smells you're getting. It smells like an old world bazaar. And then you've also got the rot
Dirty.
and the underground smells of the actual area.
Okay. But
And then
nothing
you
that
can smell
smells
some metal.
metal.
Well, you are on a train station.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Although that makes sense. The apothecary scent, is that coming from the booth with the glowy white flasks?
It's coming from a booth that's actually actually a few booths down from there. And it is dried lumps of herbs, what looks like little feet, and you're not sure what kind of animal they're from in a jar. It looks like it's a pretty much a potions and ingredients stall.
Okay.
Cosmetics.
Let's see. Esther, what are you doing?
going to the bar.
Going to the bar? All right. You head to the bar. And then, Micah, what are you doing? And I'll get each one of you individually.
I would like to look around and see if I recognize anyone.
Okay, go ahead and roll. That'd be read the room.
12.
Yeah.
12.
Damn.
Okay. You actually, your eyes are drawn towards the same.
Third grade math teacher.
Your eyes are drawn to the same booth that Carla's eyes were drawn to, and you recognize the Society of Balor.
Fuck, I knew you were gonna say that. Okay.
You recognize their insignia.
Everything is happening tonight? Is that what I'm
I think you got it, Sam.
But I don't see. I don't see any one in particular that I recognize. She's not there.
Oh, shit's about to go down.
Is this your ex-wife, Micah? Tell us that.
I've never been married. No. Okay.
You do see Abigail selling.
Yeah, I'm like deep inside my hoodie though.
Okay.
So.
Secret hoodie.
Do I notice Micah does that?
Yeah, she has a sweet magical item that isn't a weapon. Look.
It's true.
Well,
Damn.
if you didn't have your eyes on Micah, at this point you're kind of confused as to where Micah is.
Oh.
Because she's deep in her hoodie, and that specifically was supposed to be, unless like you would have to roll, and you'd have to roll super high to notice where Micah is right now.
Okay.
Nice.
That was
Not
great.
even here.
That.
As I
That's a professional
slide.
effect. You're
That was
welcome.
great.
That was pretty
I did that
awesome.
on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kat did that.
So if you want to see Micah, you're going to have to do a read the room, and you're going to have to, or investigate a mystery, and you're going to have to roll high.
She out.
Yeah, I'm not going
You're gonna have to do something for me to care about where you are.
She's got boy problems. All right, so let's go.
I've got a
ahead
very needy partner.
Right now, he just wants to like go into a hole at this point.
I
So
know,
go
that
ahead.
fox instinct.
Poor boy. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to, at this point, Reynard and Andy. So what are you gonna say to the boy, and where are you going?
Okay, we're going book shopping. I'm
Okay.
not really giving him a lot of opportunities to say no unless he's like really gonna make a scene and say no about it.
He lets you drag him
Okay, great. He's used to it, kind of.
a little bit.
And I'm like, don't listen to them. You had to know this was gonna happen when you told Sabine you needed to come with us. So let's like, this case is throwing off some interesting vibes. I think we should go see what's up. And, you know, like, I'm just here to have fun, but like, you can tell me if he's like faking on the good books or not. So, like, take him
Aren't
with
we
me.
supposed to be here to get information?
Yeah, this is where the power is. I
Well, it's
think
probably because they're spell books.
there's information in books.
He's a lot quieter and a lot like more rigid than usual, but he's going along with it.
Poor dude.
Also, there's information in people who read books, and then I'll be like, "We're going." So
Flip them upside down and shake them. Shake that info out.
yeah, people leave all kinds of shit in their books. So we're gonna go. I know I've left so many important things in my books. You know I do that all the time.
And he's like, you leave daffodils in books and pieces of yarn in books.
And like, you know, okay. And I'll just pretend like he doesn't know about all the other things that I leave in books as bookmarks all the time because I could never dog ear a book ever. So like whatever is
Those
near me
people are monsters.
is going in the
Receipts.
book. It's like more like checks and stuff. Andy is I'm very unorganized.
That's what my
Money.
checkbook is.
Oh, he doesn't know, but definitely that's where his checkbook is. We can play that out later. Okay. Okay, and so we go to the bookstall.
All right, so you go to the bookstall. There is a fairly young, he looks extremely young to be running a bookshop. It's a little stall, kind of all the books are kind of stacked helter-skelter all around.
Mm-hmm.
He looks fairly young, like he's maybe like 15. But there's something about him that doesn't project that age. He's very much like he stands up very proper. And
I'm familiar with the very young looking but acting too proper type, you might say.
But he's very alert too. He's watching everyone who goes by his booth. And go ahead.
I'm going right in and be like, hi, and kind of make contact with me.
Okay. And he kind of does, hello?
Hi, we are looking for books on shapeshifters. Do you have any?
Shapeshifters.
Is he giving Renard any dirty looks or anything?
He's not. He's
actually. Or is he
composed? He's composed. He's actually kind of like doing that whole like looking up at the air while he's thinking kind of thing.
Okay.
Skinwalkers? Shapeshifters? Do you have a preference? Wendigo?
I'm looking for someone, not a Wendigo, no. Someone who can turn into other people is more what I'm looking for.
A doppelganger?
But multiple doppelgangers, not just they only look like one person.
I think I have something on skinwalkers. I think I have spells that are supposed to have them stay away from you, but shapeshifters who can do multiple transformations, I don't believe I have anything. But you also have an aura about you.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
Well, as you can see, I don't exactly get much around here, but I could sense there's magic. Yes?
Yes, to be determined how much. Hence, I'm not as I don't have all the terminology that you have yet. I'm going to, which is why I need books.
Oh, of course. I do have books on black magic. I do have books on necromancy. I have books on animal husbandry, and a couple.
And at that I burst into laughter because I'm implying things in my mind. I'm just cracking up.
And it's probably the first time that you've seen Reynard smirk in a while.
It's so funny though. I'm like, I don't need animal husbandry.
We've got that covered.
Wow, it took us this long to get there.
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly.
Yeah, it took us.
Oh, you mean this long in our game?
Almost two seasons to get to the animal husbandry joke.
I'm a romantic, not a dirty jokester.
What is that thing that we have a t-shirt that says hashtag hot?
In what world?
As Andy, and thank you.
What about animal wife husbandry? There you go. There's the
Hi, Gronk.
Listen.
Hi, Gronk.
Hey, Gronk. It's good to see you.
Good timing.
And it's good to see Cher. Okay, so this guy suggests animal husbandry. He's listing off all these things. And I'm like, listen, I'm dealing with a particular nemesis in there. I don't know if they're a skinwalker that you're describing or something else, but if you think the skinwalker spells could perhaps be adapted to affect this particular person, that I would love to look at those. Or if you have, just containment spells of any kind? Or maybe like, and I look at Renard and I'm like, how about any like, truth spells too? But like to show the truth to people of a situation.
Revelio.
Yeah,
Oh.
that. Have you read Harry Potter?
Unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately, yes, but like the effects of the spells would be great if we could get things to work that reliably. Am I right?
And he just kind of drops his head for a second. 300 years. And spells are being compared to Harry Potter.
And they're like, listen, if you want to complain about being an old timer, talk to this guy, but I'm here to shop.
Yes, you are. I am not a witch. I do not have the capabilities to tell you how to DIY an ancient spell.
No, do you have the nodes of information that I will use to do that? Is what I'm asking you, kind book purveyor.
I have a book that is a mixture of ancient Latin, Enochian, and Arabic,
That sounds promising.
and has its own cipher. But
Ooh.
it supposedly has quite a few spells in it that are good for the more grey area of witchcraft, where things like truth serum or truth spells or vicious containment would probably lay. Unfortunately, is the only what I would explain as starter spell book for the ancient witch that I seem to have on hand.
Can I see it?
Of course. And he pulls it down and he doesn't hand it to you, but he does open it to a
Probably
page
like
that
very flourishing.
It's probably on
Yes,
one of those
very
book
like,
pillows. that
kind
they
of
use
like
in the
almost like
archives.
he's wearing gloves almost.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of opens up the book,
Oh, I love those.
which is weird to
it-
see like a 15-year-old do this.
Mm-hmm.
But is the book throwing off like am I like overcome by the book's presence? Like, do I feel the vibes of this book?
The vibes of the book.
It's not completely overwhelming, but it is very like it's not kind of thing going
Yeah.
on here. But it is kind of like Evie with Evelyn with the Imhotep book almost.
Mhm. Yeah,
So-
yeah. Am I like, ooh, what's that? Okay.
You kind of like you want to touch it, but you feel like you're not supposed to yet until you like fork over money.
Is it bound in human skin like that?
Did you actually ask that?
I don't know. No, I'm asking what does it look like, I guess is what I'm asking you. And then
Like,
I will maybe
To
ask
know
that
if it's
question.
bound in flesh, you would have to ask the purveyor.
No, I'm not there yet. Like,
Okay.
is it like a big book? It looks like it has a lot of information in it, or it's like, 100 pages. What are we talking about here? Before I get to the prices, I want to know what I'm looking at.
It's about the size of my brain has completely blanked on what a non-hardback but hardback size book is called now.
Trade paperback. Mhm.
So it's like a trade paperback, but it's
Okay.
bound in about that size. It's bound in leather with gold clasps, and it looks like there's actually a place
With, like-
in it that has for a key.
Ooh. Okay, so it's almost like pocket size kind of then. Like it would be easy for me to carry it around. It's small.
Trade paperback would actually be the size of a hardbound book.
Yeah, it's like the bigger paperback one.
You can shove it in
Okay.
your carry bag though.
Okay. And it'll be like, how much are you looking for your one starter book?
Normally it would be $1,200 for a book like this.
Mm-hmm. And right now?
$1,200.
I guess this is normally.
Okay, I do not have that kind of cheddar.
Do I hear
Little
this
book
whole
boy.
chit chat?
Well, I believe you're in a group with Miriam and your father at this point.
Okay.
I'll sort of look at it longingly and be like, okay, out of my price range. How often are you guys here?
Oh, we're here often. And he just kind of claps the book closed. Miriam's gesturing wildly. You're muted.
I'm not speaking. That's
Oh,
why-
gotcha. She's just like,
I'm like, ask Miriam. She will give you money.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna give you
might
the
yet.
money.
I might yet. It's just, and yeah, no, I'm also able to buy my own stuff. I just didn't take out extra cash for this trip, and so I'm like, okay, I'm very much interested in that, and then I'll say like, just people to people who appreciate this type of book. As I said, I'm looking for information on a few different people. Do you, I know you say you don't get much business, which must mean you have a lot of time to listen and look around the market.
never said that I did not get business.
You said it's pretty quiet in here.
No, I didn't.
Okay. We'll go on the Twitch feed later. Kidding.
We will find
We'll
out.
go back to the
This
tape.
gaslighting elf! Get him out of here!
All right. But you know what? That really wasn't the point of my sentence, though. I understand that your ego was wounded by it, but let's focus
Clutching
on what we're
his
talking.
pearls.
He probably is wearing pearls, and they're probably really nice.
Somewhere under his outfit.
Yes.
So,
What is happening?
I'm trying to ask him if
I
he
don't know what's
sees-
going on.
So he said that he doesn't have a lot of customers earlier, basically. He's like, we don't have, and so I was just wondering. I was trying to ask him for information based off the fact that he said that he's not the most busy stall at the shop, and so are there other things he does with his time that could perhaps be valuable to me in a different way than the book?
Gotcha.
Okay.
So maybe I can manipulate someone? I don't know.
You manipulate someone, but you need to be able to give them some, depending on the role, we'll see what you need to offer him in return. I didn't make you do that, Miriam, because you did a straight up trade.
Okay, so I have a 9, which means I have to show that I mean it. And I'm like, listen, I said I don't have $1,200, and I don't, but I do have some cash, and I'll take out some cash, sort of in non-specific amount, but enough,
No, she's
a
like,
handful
wait.
of cash. And I'm like, I want to know what's going on here, and I believe that you're a person who would know, because you clearly respect information and the power that it has.
I feel like Miriam's parents thing is tingling, going who's waving around stupid amounts of money in a bad place?
This guy isn't gonna fuck with me. I'll just leave if it's that bad.
Just looks like a 15-year-old kid.
I'm only 21. I can wave money at a 15-year-old if I want.
Moving on. So with that, he kind of looks at the money and looks at you.
And I look back at him with my weird eyes, my crazy eyes.
And he does this. I don't know if I need your money.
What are you interested in? And I hold Renard back.
Yeah, Renard immediately does not look like he's happy with that. He's and he just kind of grabs your wrist, he's ready to move that hand if he has to. And you guys would probably notice this body language going on right now. It should be a little bit of an antenna moment going, uh-oh.
A handful of Renard, a handful of cash, and a 15-year-old bookseller. What can go wrong?
What can happen?
I'm going to say that everyone but probably Esther, who's headed to the bar, sees this. So
I'm not yelling or anything.
I am going to open the floor for anyone who sees this.
Damn it.
I'm
To
gonna
do
run
what they
up
would
to
like.
it.
You're gonna run up to it? What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna stand in front of Andy and be like, God, I've been looking everywhere for you.
What do you do, Andy?
I
And I'm gonna
peek
give
around
you
her.
the look, like,
I look at Carly and say, I got this. And I look around her and I look at the guy and I like squint, like I'm waiting for him to respond to my query.
I'm gonna look for my dad in the crowd and just be like,
Oh, we're on the way.
Yeah, no, like
I'm not
before-
fighting. I'm just asking him what.
but
he
it's gonna
doesn't-
escalate to fighting
He
if we
doesn't
don't
need
stop.
money. What does he need?
So Arthur's like, God damn it, the kids, it's been 10 minutes. All right, shall we?
I'm sorry, you guys, for ruining your fun time at the market, but
Just Arthur like looked up for 5 seconds, is like, no. So he gets over there, goes like, hey, how's it going? And the 15-year-old is now doing this. Silver.
Oh, you
good.
know him?
Um,
It's my dad.
Atreus, hi.
What?
First, it's their first time here.
Yeah, I've never been here.
They're a little shop happy, as you can see. And
Did the salesperson call Arthur Atreus?
yes, no,
Okay.
Arthur called.
Oh, I was
the
about to be
shop-
like, wait,
Oh.
what?
no, Matreus is the
No.
bookseller.
Okay,
Atreus is the bookseller.
Okay. That's
that makes more sense now.
You guys are all like, is his name Arthur or Atreus? No.
Oh God, not again!
No. Your friend is very forward. And she has not even explained what it is exactly she wants. Information is such a broad term.
You didn't ask me that.
I shouldn't have to.
Well, you're asking him that. Are you sexist?
And
You'll
his head
only
just kind of
negotiate in a
tilts.
straightforward way with Papa Silver, and I sort of look at him. I'm like, does he have something that you want that we can negotiate with?
He is the only familiar face.
That's interesting. Well,
We're not
I
calling
wa-
him Betrayus, no.
Okay. Like, I didn't really want an audience for this, but since
And there
you're all
is
here,
quite a few stall owners that are now kind of like looking around, like they look like they're kind of getting comfortable now, and kind of like watching what's going on at Atreus's booth.
that's fine. They can watch. Okay, so what I told you I wanted was information related to a shapeshifter, and I am also interested in any information that you might be aware of or leads you might be aware of for someone that goes by the Ringmaster. And I'll sort of say that, not yelling it, but I'm not really whispering it either. Like, I'm annoyed about this whole thing that has erupted around the stall. So I'm just like, the Ringmaster. Yeah.
Shapeshifters are not common.
I didn't need you to tell me that, Atreus, but thank you. Do you have information or not?
The 1 second. We're actually going to take a break real quick, and then we will be back. Guys, we're going to take about a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
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 Fine.
I love the
That's
show. Like,
fine.
why now?
Hello, our pretties.
We
Oh wait,
are
we're
back.
still in standby.
We're back.
Hello.
How was your? We had snackies and we had fan wars, as you can see. Half of the
Oh, man.
game had
Where's my
sexy fans.
Disney fan? Does that count?
And
What
the
would
three
you
on
buy
top
at
are
the
like,
black market? Type it in the
yeah,
chat.
out of
Yeah,
curiosity,
what do
if
you
were able
want?
to go to a magical black market, what would you buy?
I would
Out
buy
of
Who would
curiosity.
you fight with or seduce? Tell us.
Every
Or seduce.
fluffy creature that is there.
Yep.
Would you buy or seduce? I'm
She would
confused.
just free them. She
Hi.
wouldn't do either. It would be
Seduce
like
the fluffy
anarchy
creatures.
Seduce the
freeing them.
fluffies. We can get you the book on animal husbandry.
I actually can't afford that for you, Esther, but maybe for Christmas.
You didn't ask how much it was.
After I read it first.
It'll be the
You're
weird
on
book,
fire
guys.
tonight,
It's
Sam.
just advice on how to get like animal gods to husband themselves to you.
How to get them
like,
to waifu
to
you.
propose. Yeah.
This is a very low pressure relationship that we're in. Let's just inform anyone who may not know.
Magical ice cream. What does the magical ice cream do,
Is
Gronk?
it butterbeer flavor?
I need to know what the magical ice cream
Ooh.
does.
I've actually
Maybe
had
it's
butterbeer ice
multiple
cream.
flavors.
It's delightful.
Or maybe it has magical effects, like you
Fly.
like turn a different color or fly or something. Yeah, Gronk, what does the magical ice cream do?
Yes, tell us. We need to know now.
What
All
happens?
right.
Well, I don't want to talk about HP again. We'll talk in the Discord about that, Gronk, about your ice cream.
Yes. All right. So, as you guys are back with Atreus, and the group is just kind of like trying to calm down what they may have mistaken as a heated situation, more like it was Andy being super insistent and Atreus being confused and waiting for more information.
Oh man, that sounds
Sounds
so
about
like
right.
Andy.
Yeah. Andy getting a little too fired up, and Atreus just going like, "What is wrong with this human? Like she has a fae. I'm so confused." Just Atreus's inner
Aren't
monologue.
we all? We're all amazed that we're here.
So as you actually say the name Ringmaster,
Yep.
a couple of eyes from passerbyers kind of flick towards you.
Oh my
and flick
gosh.
away.
We
And
got a
Atreus,
raid.
Hell yeah, welcome, Raid!
Hi,
raid! Hi,
Jessica.
We're at a magical black market trying to get information about our big bad
Magical
guys of
market.
the season. It's going peachy because Andy is an A+ investigator. She's not.
Mostly Andy is demanding something of a very calm merchant, and the merchant is very confused by her. Hey,
Our
buddy.
favorite dynamic.
Yes, exactly. So as you're waving this money in front of Atreus, who is, for the new people showing up, what looks like a 15-year-old dressed in very time period clothing, but has already mumbled about him being 300 years old.
I'm thrown by that. My partner's hundreds, thousands, however old he is. I don't know.
She's
We
also
don't talk
throwing
about
Harry
it.
Potter references at this very old 15-year-old, and he's very disappointed in her for it. But as you are waving the money, Atreus actually reaches forward and plucks about a couple of the hundreds out of your hand and says, "If you find anything on the Ringmaster, it'll be barely a few pages at best. And unfortunately, I don't sell those kinds of books."
Who does? Or do I have to take them another way?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't know. The way I acquire
don't believe
things
that.
is, well, when people pass away, books are not the first thing people grab. So it's always convenient for me.
Hmm.
But
So you don't-
unfortunately,
There are books, though, that you believe would have some pages on the Ringmaster. Can you tell me what language or culture they might be from, so I can slightly narrow my search?
I unfortunately wouldn't know. I don't actually research books, I just sell them.
How do you know what books are worth having?
It's one of my skills.
What are your other skills?
Now that would be telling.
Eternal youth. Why'd you pick 15? It's a weird age.
And he just kind of looks at you, and
He's going off the
Arthur-
rails.
Arthur is like, "We should probably go now. Thank you so much, Atreus, for all of your help."
I mean, he wasn't that helpful.
As Arthur's like dragging her away. She's like, it
Yeah,
wasn't
at this
helpful.
point, he's like, man gave us as much information as he could. We should just leave at this point, okay?
That's not really how I deal with men usually.
Reynard just kind
Being
of.
dragged. Okay.
Arthur's just like, poor Arthur is just like gone into full dad mode at this point. All right, so as you guys are being dragged away by the only person who has been there quite a few times, at this point, we are going to go to the bar with Esther. And the bar seems rather rowdy. A lot of people are clinking glasses. A lot of people who look like they probably, you can get the feeling that some of these people probably aren't friendly outside of this area. You know, when you see people who are just like having like a tense camaraderie, there's a lot of that. And there's a lot of drinks going around. Some of them are bubbling, but not in like a fun, like Bourbon Street or like girly bar kind of way. They're bubbling and they kind of have things coming out of them and they smell kind of funny.
Okay.
So you've got that going up. And then so the bartender's actually kind of running around. He's kind of big, kind of boisterous, kind of looks like part of him is kind of reptilian.
Mhm.
And he comes over when you get, are you going to the main bar? Are you going to the head of the bar, or where are you going?
I'm gonna go up to the bar. I'm gonna get myself, I don't know, I'll ask him for a recommendation, and then I'll say to buy a round for the bar.
Okay.
Wow. Smart.
He's like, what species are you, hun?
Human? I think.
Uh,
No. Shit. Half god?
Demigod.
Demigod?
Half god. Okay. How much half god? Like a half god or a quarter god, or like somewhere down the line, like
Mom's a
kind of
full-
metahuman for about.
Mom's a full god.
Oh, so not a demigod and a demigod. Okay. Mom's a full-blooded god.
I feel like I'm about to learn something.
Let's see. And he kind of looks over and looks at his drinks and he's like, ha ha ha, I knew I had it.
Uh-oh.
And he reaches up and he pulls down a bottle. It's like, I knew I had ambrosia. Yes!
Oh shit.
Isn't that the stuff that we've got from the auction?
He's like,
Oh shit! That's right.
he's like, I'm gonna dilute it. Don't worry.
Okay.
And he puts like, looks like he's almost setting up a glass of absinthe.
Right.
He's got like, he's adding some water. He puts like maybe what looks like about 2 spoonfuls of this in the glass.
Okay.
So the ambrosia is only 2 spoonfuls, and then he dilutes it with water, takes some sugar, lights the sugar on fire, lets that melt, drops it in, stirs it around. He's like, it doesn't exactly taste like ass, but
It is ass adjacent.
his ass adjacent.
Oh,
But-
good.
Have
And
fun with it. And what do
people
you want to buy for the
Like
house?
this. I don't know, something that most everyone can drink, I guess.
All right. That's going to be about, let's see, he counts heads really quickly. It's going to be about 200.
You got it, man.
All right. You have fun, little demigod.
Thank you.
He goes off walking around. Anything you want to do specifically while you're at the bar?
Yeah, so I want to kind of post up, if I can grab it, in like a table, where I can kind of see the bar. And I want to spend the next little bit putting a tattoo in with my kit that I specifically want to start. God, I don't. Maybe I can just tell you like the theme of it. I want whispers, right? So
Whispers. Okay.
yeah, I want like just out of nowhere people hear somebody talking about the ringmaster or shapeshifter, and then they like catch it, right? And then they're like, wait, what was that? And then they like they start gossiping. Like the idea is to start gossip.
So you want to actually push the name out into the crowd.
Into the bar specifically. Yeah, I want to see what kind of reactions, what kind of gossip starts, what people are interested in, which topics, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you're going to use specifically the ringmaster, and what was the other one?
The shapeshifter, and focusing on like the shapeshifter being able to get, you know, several different you know, shapes, incarnations.
I don't think you'll be able to get that specific. Okay. I think the ringmaster and maybe the shapeshifter are probably the two that you can get out.
That's what I'm listening for, is like, just I want people to be inspired to gossip and see what I can like pluck out of that.
Okay, this is going to be 2 different pieces.
Okay.
Because if you're going to be doing 2 different spells, you're going to have to pick which end is going to be your +1.
Okay.
So you want to use the +1 to incite the whispers?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for it.
Okay.
Keeping the +1 in mind.
So this is going to be a weird roll, right?
This is going to be a weird roll, yeah. This is going to be magic.
Yeah, okay. So that's an 8 with the +1.
All right, so 8 with the +1.
Oh, sorry, wait. 10, sorry, I forgot to add my bonus.
10. Okay, great. So let's see here really quickly. 10 with a full on with magic should give it to you with no glitches. Let's see here. Here we go. Yep, magic without any issues. We choose the effect. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to use the communicate with something that you do not share language with. Is going to be one of the effects that's going to be used for that. Okay. So that way you are going to be pushing out those whispers into the area.
Not like super crazy, just like a kind of subtle like push.
Like a person walking past kind of sound.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then go ahead and roll for being able to listen.
Okay. Weird again?
That's going to be weird again, yes. Okay. We're using magic for this one as well.
Ooh, I'm going to use my advantage.
Okay.
Oh, much better. 12.
12. Okay, great. So you see a couple, you don't see all that react to this because it is a pretty crowded bar. You do see a couple of heads turn at the sound. You can't tell which one is getting their attention though, unfortunately. Sure. But you do see a couple of heads, like as you can feel the path of the magic moving, you can actually see a couple of heads here and there turning. Not all of them, but a couple of heads here and there turning.
So Heather, my whole kind of thing with this is I just want to kind of sit here for like the next bit while the others do their stuff and see what develops.
Okay, then we're gonna take up the other half of that effect then. Okay. I'm gonna go do a round robin and we'll come back to that other effect. Okay?
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead with Micah because we haven't touched base with you in a bit here.
Because she's hiding in her hoodie.
What are you doing?
She wanted it that way.
Micah is hiding in her hoodie, keeping an eye on this stall and the lady.
Keep an eye on the stall?
Mm-hmm. The lady.
Okay. Where are you adjacent to the stall?
I'm probably about as far away as I can be and still see it.
Okay. All right. And you're close enough that you can see like how people are, like what people are doing, things like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, you know, like when you're close enough to see like somebody's facial expressions.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not close enough to be like seen if you're hiding.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay. I would like you to roll an act under pressure for me.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh, okay. That is a 10.
A 10? Okay. So you see that Abigail is about to turn and look in your direction, and you manage to dart behind a stall at that point. And you do see that she's wearing some kind of contraption on her face that looks kind of like something like maybe a Mad Eye Moody kind of attachment on her face.
Ah, shit.
You're really not sure what it is.
I
It's
bet
not
Atreus
something-
hates it.
It's like Harry Potter in this episode.
This is the only mention I had that was going to be kind of Harry Potter adjacent. But it does look like it's some kind of, like, quite honestly, some kind of sneak detector.
Cool. Super cool. I keep hiding.
Okay. You're just gonna keep on.
I keep hiding.
You guys just noticed Mike is gone. All right. So I'm
No.
going to see what you guys are doing since you're kind of all bundled together as Arthur is kind of bringing the group away from Atreus. What y'all doing? No yawning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
Huffing and puffing, probably.
Did I catch any of the people who noticed when Andy mentioned the ringmaster?
You did see a couple of people who have cloaks on kind of turn and then kind of just like powered on walking.
Okay.
You did see a couple of stall keepers kind of eye you. The woman who is running the booth that has the bottles with white substances in them and the different objects under glass also glances over and kind of does this before going back to what she's doing. But it's only like a handful of people, but it's at least a noticeable amount of people that it was kind of like a and then carry on.
Okay. I believe I will go and start browsing at the booth with glowy bottles and the things in glass.
Okay. You go up and there is a logo emblazoned on the banner that's over the booth. The woman is wearing an odd contraption over one of her eyes. It seems to be wandering and kind of focusing specifically on where items are in the shop to keep an eye on everything that's going on. How can I help you?
It's my first time to the market. I'm intensely curious. What is it that you offer?
We offer many different kinds of magical items. We also, if you're so inclined and you need to have the power for many spells and contraptions, we do have some wandering souls as well.
Wandering souls?
Of course, wandering souls. If they haven't been picked up by the correct retainers and such, we just have ways of grabbing them in the meantime. And they are very useful for alchemical and many other needs.
That is not something I have encountered in person before.
We are a very specific purveyor of goods, and it is one of our specialties.
And the ethical consideration doesn't bother you?
And she blinks. Ethical.
Indeed. Ethical.
I don't think you're in the right place for ethical.
Simply a question. How much does a wandering soul run?
A wandering soul, depending on the size, the age, the knowledge that it's retained, how many times it may have been reincarnated, it could fetch anywhere from a few thousand to a few million.
Wait. Would my soul be like
Oh, yeah.
really expensive?
Super expensive.
Now I have a new fear.
Yeah.
No, you're drinking ambrosia at the bar. You don't have any fears, honey.
Uh,
So, Miriam has no idea that this has anything to do with Micah. Like, she completely missed all of that because Micah's turtling and doesn't tell anybody anything.
She's
Yeah,
like
like
the
it.
one with the shadow.
Turtling.
But this is like,
Shadow turtling.
this is like, it is everything Miriam can do to keep smiling and not fucking growl. Like, this is slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And you can.
Miriam's feeling real Jewish right now. Is what
Let's
I'm saying.
kill
Real
her.
Jewish.
I need you to do an act under pressure for me.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh, hey, don't drop the dice.
I need to see if you can keep that smile.
And what do I roll to act under pressure?
Cool,
that's
baby.
Cool.
Okay. Squeaked past with a 10. It's a dirty 10, but it's 10.
So it doesn't go away, but it kind of quivers a tiny bit. Like, only if someone's looking for it would they notice it. And you see her. Well, I understand if it's not your fare. We do have many good items. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you the papers for them, but they are still good wares.
You've been very helpful. Thank you very much.
Glad to be of service.
The insignia, the logo. Is this how I can find you elsewhere?
Well, not as easily, but if you do see the flag, the Society of Baylor will be happy to help you.
Thank you.
Of course.
And I'm gonna move on to the next booth. Wow, so there's captive souls in jars. That's a problem.
For another day.
I sense a new
Side quest.
crusade.
Side quest for our party.
Yeah.
Side quest, soul enslavement.
That's a Sabers written all over it.
To be fair, none of my creation. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I guess you did that.
I can
So-
only think of one person.
All right. So, since you guys are doing that, Carla, what are you doing at this point?
I'd probably be hanging out with my dad. But then I probably notice Micah's not around at some point since I'm very protective. And I'm gonna text her because I know she's Miss, Incognito, and I'll be like, "Where you at, Turtle?"
I am a shadow. I am the night.
I am the bat.
I'm the bat. If you text Carla back, she'd be like, "I knew it."
I am the bat.
I am the night.
Venture Brothers.
I'm just gonna send her a bunch of bat emojis.
I knew it.
All right. So send you a text, Micah. Do you respond to that? Are you looking at it? Or are you staring at your nemesis?
I'd be like, "Are you okay? Where you at, Turtle?"
Yeah, she is probably gonna pull out her phone because she doesn't want to lose everybody and look at the message and be like, "Shit, I guess I can't just like hide here forever." She's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I was just doing some recon. I'm gonna go to the bar."
Okie doke.
And I'm gonna go into the bar.
So you do have to go by the stall to get to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I need
Then
you
we
to do
can
another
find-
act under pressure.
Keep my hood up and just
I'm
try
gonna
and
be
act
watching for her.
natural. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Ooh, that is a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you manage, she's helping another customer, so you manage to get past without her roving eyes spotting you. You managed to do a kind of a duck and twirl. It's nice to go ahead and get that going, and you do manage to enter the bar at that point. Let me see. We did Miriam, so that is Andy. What are you doing, honey?
And
Okay, I've been pulled away from the negotiation. But I did get a grin out of Renard, so I'm pretty pleased with myself about that.
You have one.
I'm an optimist, if nothing else.
That's
Um,
true.
So I'm gonna look at him and be like, It was good to see you smile back there.
Yeah, it was animal husbandry and all that. I think you're I don't know if you need a manual, but
I mean, do I?
you're a fast learner.
Really, I know that I don't know everything that you're going through, that you have gone through, but I know that I need you here now so we can get this done and move on with our lives.
I hear you. I'm trying. It's different.
What do
But
you
I understand.
need?
I think I need this errand to be over. It's I don't think I really thought this one through, but I didn't want you to be unsafe. There was a chance that I wasn't going to be able to be there to protect you, and that bothered me. And you guys are walking as you guys are talking, and there's this woman who is kind of just sitting on the ground. She doesn't seem to have a booth. She just has like a blanket that she's sitting on. She looks fairly old, and she's dressed very plainly. And as you're walking past, she grabs Reynard's arm and holds on tight.
Rude.
Reynard stops.
Uh-huh.
He looks down at her. He doesn't say anything. And she says, "You're braver than they know." And she lets go of him.
Okay, what does he do? Sorry. Then I will
Processing.
Processing.
Andy has her like screen loading face on.
Yeah.
It's
He kind of looks at her for a
That
moment.
Mac beach ball.
He looks at her for a moment. He looks like he's processing it too. And he gives a very, like, a half bow at the waist to her. And then continues walking with you.
I'm like, should we talk to her more? Maybe?
I highly doubt she'll say more than that.
Who is she?
Seems to be a seer.
Hmm.
I could have told you that.
But okay.
Oh yeah, I'm behind you guys. Hi.
You're like listening into our whole
There's
earnest
just like
conversation.
this tiny little troop that's walking behind Reynard and Andy with...
I'm trying to have a heart.
I just feel like I'm never that far away from Andy when we're out.
It's true.
Arthur's been trailing Miriam this whole time, actually.
I bet he is.
Do you wanna go home? I think that Arthur's got, babysitting covered.
We have something to do. Let's get it done, and then we'll go home.
All right, you pick the next booth since I picked that one, and I like loop my arm through his. And we're like,
I would like a bar.
The bar. Could have guessed that.
Old habits.
You got the oldest, and then
Child. Gives you a
Is
fake
he smiling?
look. He's like, child.
And I'll sort of like giggle to myself and let's go to the bar where Miss Esther's camped out. Heard you're buying rounds for people.
Buying rounds for the people. And you did actually get a tiny bit of a cheer when you bought rounds for everyone. Like a lot of like, hey! Like a bunch of quiet, like all those mysterious people in the corners of the bar, just like...
Their dark hoods, yeah.
Their dark hoods. Like fucking Aragorn in the corner going...
Yeah.
It's like a goth bar, but like you're so happy.
It's
so
a goth
cool.
emo bar.
Yeah.
Rowdier though. There's a lot of people like singing and just
The
being
goth
stupid.
emo Renaissance fair bar.
There you go.
Act like I would not be there every day.
There's actually one called the Green Fairy, which is almost exactly all of that. That's at one of the Renaissance fairs now.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly. I know
swing.
the vibe, Heather. I know this vibe. This is why I bought rounds and put
How
magic in it.
Ambrosia impact you, if at all?
Yeah, I was curious about that. Oh shit. Okay.
Roll for it.
Oh
You
If at
my.
all,
Drink
what
it,
am I even
did
asking?
This is gonna be your straight tough.
Okay. Tough, I think, is 2. Yeah.
What'd you get?
9. I got a 9.
9. Okay. It feels pretty strong when you drink it, but it's not as strong as you probably thought it would be. Like you're like, okay, so it feels like you're kind of having like maybe some Everclear, but it's not like knocking you
Okay.
down.
Okay.
But it's not something you should probably drink too much of.
Yeah. Okay.
You get that feeling that you're like, oh, or you feel like you're just kind of like exhaling fumes.
Fumes. Yeah. No, I got it. Okay.
But yes, so you're enjoying that. At the same time, the second half of your spell has now activated.
Okay.
And at this point, you are hearing a couple of mumbles like, who's talking about the ringmaster? We haven't seen him around here lately. And it's like, shit, did you hear about like, and you hear a couple of names being mumbled. Mostly it sounds like you're hearing responses to the ringmaster, not responses to
Figured.
the shapeshifter. You're not getting a lot of responses from that.
Because they don't fucking know. She's everywhere.
She's a Lalo.
So, Heather, can I gather from that the ringmaster visits the market?
It probably wouldn't be enough to gather that, because you don't know if they're talking about here at the market or if they're talking about New York, or if they're talking about wherever they might be from, because you don't know if these people are from here.
Gotcha. Okay. But there are some people who have seen him. Like, who know who he is.
It's a lot of like questioning. Like there's not a lot of information to be had. It sounds like it's mostly a lot of like, who's talking about the ringmaster. But it's not a lot of, unfortunately, not a lot of information to be gathered from it. People are like, I thought he was like, he's a legend, right? He's not real.
I fucking wish.
Okay.
Wish.
But it's one of those things where they're all like, no, he's not real. Like, shots, let's go. Like, so it's not a lot of information, unfortunately.
Okay.
And at this point, the rest of the group has kind of mingled into the bar, and the bartender is serving up drinks. And the moment Reynard enters the bar, he goes, "The King Killer drinks free in my bar!"
Lord.
Arthur actually leans over at this point. It's like, he probably shouldn't be here.
You think?
Like, you can tell him that.
Yep.
I think he
Reynard,
would listen more to you at this point.
I'm gonna kind of like
Fine.
go near him.
Okay, maybe I'll take one for the team. I'll leave too. I'll try to,
Okay, I wander over.
not in like a, storming off way, but just be like, we should go. Okay.
Maybe we can use this. I mean,
Okay.
let's put him on top of the crowd and see what happens. Because here's the thing, like,
Sure. There's power in that. I hear you. There's
Perhaps
there's
He
some
okay
lever.
with that?
Well,
You
that's
should
the
ask
most
him
important thing.
first.
Yeah,
I
would
know.
ask
Yes,
him.
we're going to ask him.
it's a risk, but we're also kind of operating in the dark here, and I feel like what we're waiting for is somebody to stab us out of the dark and I'd much rather like provoke somebody to come
Well,
for
I
us
don't
when we're
know if
expecting it.
Bernard needs to be at the center of more things being provoked.
Agreed.
He's pretty
If he's not-
provocative.
Yeah, I don't want to put him at more risk.
Does he say anything, Heather? Is he just letting us talk about it?
Are you speaking directly to him? Like, what are you guys doing? Because I
like
need
right
to
It
know.
next-
was
I'm
like
right next-
Esther, like I went up, we were together, this happened. Like
Yeah.
I look at Renard, I'm like, maybe we should, Carl says, maybe we should go. I make eye contact with Renard. Esther comes over and says, wait, maybe we can use this.
Yeah.
Is how I'm envisioning it. Like,
Okay.
and then I say, maybe, but I don't know if he should be put at more risk right now. He's already drawing quite enough attention. Like what?
Agreed.
He doesn't say anything as you guys are discussing that, but he goes over, he kind of like looks like he's stealing himself for something,
Fuck.
and then he puts on this wicked grin,
Oh, wow.
goes over to the bar, takes the shot the bartender puts down, and slams it back down. He's like, how far can that get me?
I have to look away for a second.
Yeah,
I'm very upset.
that's rough.
I'm gonna go.
Esther's immediately regretting this.
subtly Put my arm on Reynard and be like, "This is not smart."
He just kind of looks at you, and there's just this very calm moment, and he looks at you, and then
This is so bad.
he looks like he's feeling himself like one more time.
And
He
before
knows.
he says anything, I'm gonna say, "Don't do this to Andy."
Oh, man. Dirty pool. It's effective.
Roll to manipulate.
Sure.
Who'd have thunk that Carla would be manipulating Renard with me as
I
leverage?
don't fuck around.
It's
with
full of
Andy.
manipulation.
Oh, it
Um,
definitely is. Fuck.
9.
A 9. Okay, let's see here. Woof. This poor boy.
Oh, no.
Let me see here. A 9.
I'm so nervous right now. Am I gonna have to punch him?
Gonna have to punch him. So Reynard looks at you and says, I am doing this for Andy.
He knows what he's doing. He's a
I know he
trickster
does.
god. Like this is part of
Bread,
his shtick.
bread and butter.
Yeah.
You didn't
This
give
is
him
harmful to
good
him
enough reason.
sometimes.
Yeah.
He
I
rolled
I
well.
care about him deeply.
No, I know.
If he says that, I'm gonna be like, well, I'll follow your lead then.
And as the crowd is cheering that shot go down, because you guys are talking while people are like, yeah!
Mhm.
People are coming up to the bar and buying him drinks. And he kind of leans into it, and you kind of see probably the character he used to be.
Yeah.
You're seeing this almost like pirate-esque rogue.
Yep.
Leaning into the bar. You could almost see the invisible swish of his tail as he's grinning at the people who are coming over to slap him on the back. What do you guys do?
Mike is hiding in a corner.
I'm gonna
I
give
look
my
at-
dad a look.
I look at Esther and I'm like, you better make this worth it.
I just had a seed of an idea. I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't have a lot of grace to give you right now, and I'm not saying that out loud. It's like
No,
my
no,
physical
I got it.
expression is just like.
I feel it vicariously. Yeah, she's like reevaluating. Okay, so
That's the man whose favorite food is raspberry snow cones.
I know.
That was
Ouch!
surprising.
Ow!
Okay, Heather.
That's
is
my
what I-
heart, Heather, that you're saying ouch.
This is what I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna propose, and
Okay.
tell me if it means anything.
Mhm.
I have a feeling that the ringmaster likes being known and mysterious and like a scary boogeyman, right? That people don't really have any concrete stuff, and that he like basically always gets the upper hand and always wins. I'm going to suggest that Reynard start talking about how he defeated him.
Oh god, this
Stir the pot. Stir the pot.
is so not good.
So, do you say that out loud to the others?
Yeah, like I'm bringing it up to Andy to like, you know, suggest to Reynard.
I mean, okay, so I'll sort of like steel myself and go up to the bar and like sidle onto his lap, I
And
suppose.
as you do that, he kind of like helps you get up there, puts his hand on your
Sure.
waist. He grabs another drink.
Yeah, this is gonna be really weird. And I like lean into his ear and like whisper this suggestion while I take whatever drink is in front of him and down it quickly.
Okay. He feigns laughing at something that someone is saying while he listens to you, and he
Mhm.
squeezes your hip to let
Which
you know
means
let
yes.
you know that he heard.
Okay. Right, we would know this from previous parties.
I mean, take that as you will. Like if it's not
Yeah,
something you guys have done before.
I'm taking it as I will. That's how I'm taking it, Heather.
Y'all are nasty.
Heather has to be all of our partners.
Yeah, I
know,
gotta be
poor
everyone's
you.
boyfriend and
Yeah.
girlfriend.
It's true.
You know.
At this point, I'm just writing playbooks for everyone.
Okay, he communicates that he like heard me or whatever, and
Okay.
I'm like, let's
Is
see
there-
what happens.
Anything that others are doing at this point. Arthur looks really worried about what's going on right now, by the way. I think he's near Miriam and he's like, this is gonna go great. Just perfect. Not a problem. Mm-mm.
Just fine. Please don't do it, Reynard. Please be smart enough to.
I need a drink.
I'll die for him. Don't worry.
You're
It'll be
not in this
fine.
conversation.
This is. Oh.
Micah and Carla, what are you doing?
That thought is crossing
I'm
your
just
mind,
giving
Miriam.
my
Don't
dad
lie.
a look like help.
Help me, help me.
That's it.
Oh,
I am-
fuck.
I am watching the rest of the bar to see if anybody is, looking,
Glaring daggers.
looking suspicious or looking like they're not, participating or, something like that.
You do notice there are a couple of beings that look fey.
Okay.
That don't look happy.
Okay.
I'm
but
just
those
saying.
are-
Oh,
I was gonna say those are the only ones. It doesn't seem like there's anybody else that's like.
There are some
watching this
people
all
that
go
are
down.
kind of like, whatever. Like they're not really here for the festivities. But yeah, there are a couple of fae, obviously. But because of the rules, they're not going to do anything.
this is what I'm talking about. This is neutral ground where no fighting is enforced and weapons are taken away. This is the safest place that we could instigate something like this.
But what happens when we leave? Okay, we're not going to talk about that right now. We're gonna.
Okay. What was that? What do you want to do? I see
Can
your hand.
I would.
Stay here forever.
Oh.
No.
Miriam is going to be keeping an eye on entrances and exits and making
Okay.
sure that there is a clear line to get the Fuck out of Dodge, if need be.
Okay. Gotcha. You keep an eye on the doors. That's completely fine. What was who was saying next?
Vanessa, were
I
you gonna
wasn't
say
done.
something? Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
wanted
gosh,
to
I'm so
use.
sorry.
No, you're good. I wanted to use my weird move on them, to see how
Oh,
the
yeah.
current emotional state and intentions and things like that of these Fey peoples, to see if I
Okay.
can try to do that. I know that it's not always successful on
Go ahead and
Fae,
roll.
Whew. Ugh, that's only a 7. So hazy impression of their current emotional state and intentions.
Now, if you know anything about characters like Titania and, say, Tinkerbell, they feel one big emotion at a time. So what you're feeling is, even in a hazy form, is just a wall of fury.
Okay. So they're just like big mad about
Big
what's
mad.
going on.
Big mad.
Super big mad. Okay, cool.
I didn't think that was a fairy thing. I think that I, Sam, am fairy then, if that is true. I feel singular emotions in large amounts.
I've suspected this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, the
True.
singular emotion thing for the Fae?
Yeah.
That I am
Yeah.
fairy.
No,
Oh,
that,
that.
Andy has Faye in her.
Andy is Fae in some way.
Mhm.
Could be.
All right. So as you guys are all doing that, Reynard leans in, kind of hunkers down, and the bartender kind of gets that jive, okay, what's up? What's up? What's up? He's like, I'll trade. He's like, what'll you trade? I'm looking for some information. What are you looking for, and what are you trading? You know, I'm not so partial to some of my belongings. It's like, I can also always give you a gem, something from Faye. Not a story? No, but I'm looking for a story. I'm looking for something on the Ringmaster. And the bartender kind of looks at him for a second. You're looking for fairy tales then? No. I'm looking to add some information to his file. Because you see, I just want to write about how he ended.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
What are you doing, Andy?
I am, I'm
Probably,
drinking, all of the
glaring
drinks
at me.
that are in front of me, I'm drinking.
He's pouring for a Fae.
I have been dating a Fae for a year-ish.
Roll tough. Roll tough for me.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Wait, should I use advantage or should I let it
No,
ride?
I think you
do
should
it.
let it ride.
Do it.
Let it
makes-
ride.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Because
I
that
knew it.
Oh!
3.
You are leaning against him. You're like, yeah, you tell him, honey.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the only way I'm fucking getting through this
Yep.
scene, you guys. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
The bartender
Oh boy.
at that point, just kind of not very, fairly discreet, puts his hand out on the table, palm up, while he's cleaning, he's pouring a glass, and Reynard slips something out of his pocket and puts it in the bartender's hand.
Can I see if
You-
I can see what he's giving him?
It moves pretty fast, but it looks like it's a necklace.
Okay. I was just making sure it wasn't the ring.
Reynard
'cause
just
I'd
has
smack him.
necklaces on him. I
He
have
just
questions.
walks around with gems and
For a time when I
pirate
don't roll
jewelry.
a 3, I have questions.
The bartender says that you want to talk to the historian. And Reynard just kind of puts the glass on the table, stands up, and legitimately hauls Andy over his shoulder at the same time.
I pat her on her head as he does it.
Hi, Carla.
Thank
Hi.
you kindly. And he kind of
Beat the
artfully bubbles
ringleader.
out the door with her over his shoulder.
Yeah, we're out.
Run.
I wanted to get that book though.
How much was it?
Too much. I'm
1200.
like hanging
You
upside
can have
down.
my share.
Can we go back and get the book?
Maybe after. And you can tell
Okay.
by this point that his voice has changed. And he's standing a lot straighter now.
Okay.
Oh, she's talking to bed.
Hmm?
Nothing.
I am not. Okay. All right. So what do you guys want to do?
What book was it, Andy?
Oh, Carla, it was like, you know, kind of like gray magic 101.
Actually, hold on. And I'm gonna put my hand on her mouth. Reynard, what book was it?
Reynard, who's the historian?
But your fingers taste weird. What were you touching?
Why are you licking them?
I rolled a 3. Don't ask me questions.
Don't ask.
Makes
That'll
more
do
sense.
it.
So essentially, I'm just gonna grab the book for her on her way out. With her money and mine, I'm gonna go get it for her.
Who was asking about the historian? So Reynard is now walking with purpose at this point. He's like, the historian is almost exactly what his name is. We need to find him. Give me a second. And he kind of turns around, pulls Andy bridal style, and hands her to Carla.
Oh, all right.
Hey, no, I'm going with him.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Just
He's supposed to be here to make sure I don't get into trouble.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm
put my
like
hand on
yelling
Which
her
that.
is
As you leave
I'm
the
gonna
bar,
get
I
into
do need
trouble.
Micah, I need you to do another act under pressure for me as you leave the bar.
oh no.
Everyone's doing great.
Why is Carla the only one not in trouble?
Because your dad's
Listen.
watching.
Yeah.
I chose to let that fail ride. It felt better for the flavor.
No, I love it. It's
do I
right.
have
You
advantage?
do. Please use it.
Oh. Okay, good. That's a 12.
Okay, you managed to scoot around the corner without being seen, and you guys are in another alley. This is a little bit quieter at this point. What are you showing us now?
Okay, I want to see.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty accurate.
Everyone botches their rolls tonight. Micah's like, no, don't botch it.
I'm using
right.
my save on the way out when we get ambushed by people inevitably.
So this is a quieter alley that you guys have gone down at this point.
Hmm.
And there are a few less booths at this point. There are more people who kind of seem like they're going through their acquirements. They look like the things that they've gotten that they've acquired. They look like they're eating or something, talking. This looks more like a communal hallway than a seller and trading kind of hallway. And as you get past and you go a little bit further down, there is a gentleman who seems to be sitting on a folding chair. He's dressed very primly. He looks about middle-aged, but you're not sure. And his hair is, you can't tell if it's like gray or like if it's like super, super blonde or if it's more whitish. But he's sitting there with spectacles on the edge of his nose, reading a book with his legs crossed, with one leg crossed over the other, just kind of. And he's got a couple of what looks like grocery bags filled with more books, and then what looks like a singular shelf behind him, with 2 doors on either side that's standing on its own behind him.
Okay.
And Reynard stops before this gentleman and does this.
The historian, I take it.
The historian.
Sorry, Heather. Am I with Carla? Are we with them and we're just bringing up the rear to like be
Yeah.
separated from this initial interaction?
point.
Or okay, but we're not like somewhere else
No,
entirely.
you're
We're
all
just
together. You're all together.
okay. Sorry, I just wasn't sure. Okay.
So are we going with?
I wave.
what I look at Reynard. Are we going with my thing?
Your thing.
That thing.
Andy? No.
I put my
No.
hand back over Andy's mouth.
The thing.
You're gonna be a bit more specific, Esther, at this
Remember
point.
you grabbed my butt? I say
You can't
through
talk.
Carla's hand.
Shut up.
This is going so well.
We're doing great.
Awesome
I've
job,
been-
guys.
There's
This
been a
gentleman
lot
has
of
not looked up, by the way. He
Yeah, I
is just
figured.
reading his book.
there's been a lot of unresolved tension in our apartment the past few weeks, and I am drunk at the Fey level right now, so
You have a point.
prepare yourselves.
Okay.
This is role playing.
Sir. And I'm gonna address the historian.
He doesn't respond. He's kind of reading.
Okay. We have a story to tell you.
And that man's head was.
Figured. Reynard. It's
Floor is yours.
story, I guess.
Chat just redeemed call to Carla's dad. I don't-
Oh my god.
He's right.
He's right here.
So maybe he's gonna intervene, is what they're
Wait, who
requesting?
did?
I
Oh,
don't know.
Gronk did.
I am muscle. This is yours.
Mm. Okay.
Who's taking the
Um,
lead?
We're
That's what
gonna
Renard says, he's
die.
muscle?
We're gonna
Mhm.
die. We're gonna die.
Miriam, we're not gonna die.
Okay, can we just like out of character before we came down here? Because Esther, like, this is the plan for her, unless somebody else has got something they want to say. Okay. All right, here we go.
I mean, out of character, you suggested a plan. Andy was like, you know what? Like, I'll suggest it to him. And, like, at this point, like, I'm pretty fucked up over what's happening. So, like, what's one more issue? at this
I'm surprised
point?
Miriam's not taking the lead
Yeah,
at this point.
I was very
Yeah.
surprised she did.
I know
So-
Miriam's just chilling.
But then I got drunk, and so then I'm sort of hinting to Renard, like, it's the thing, when,
Well,
and you, so I don't know if he's saying anything, but that's what I'm saying at this point.
I'm gonna start to spin the story then.
Do it, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to like stop you.
Can-
Do you have something, Miriam?
Well, I was wondering, like,
Everyone has reacted very strongly to this, but no one is stopping me. So that's what I'm checking in on.
No,
I'm
you're
fully
freaking-
down for this because I
But
think it's
Esther
great.
is up. No, Esther was up front, and she's the one who came up with the plan. And like, this is kind of the best thing that we've got right now.
Okay.
Renard
We
went
don't really
forward
have
with the
much
plan
else.
You really
despite
don't.
I did not want this plan to happen, and Renard did it
so
anyway.
Renard has said,
So we're fighting.
Renard told the bartender that he killed the
No,
nuisance.
no.
He said he wants to
add
fill
to
up the
story of
file
the
so he
Ringmaster.
can say this is who he was before I took him out, basically. So he
Yeah.
didn't really
how
give more
he
information
ended.
on that. Yeah.
How
Okay.
he ended.
Well, that seems like a spectacularly bad idea. But we're here now.
We're nothing if not spectacular.
We are spectacular.
Okay. Yep. I'm doing it.
And
Heather,
you
here
got-
we go.
Rachel's like,
Ninja gave you advantage, so and said
So
to do it.
I am pulling on my past life that was literally a Viking bard storyteller,
Get it, girl.
and I am going to spin a tale of the Ringmaster being defeated by Reynard in a great battle of the ages in the Fey world in which Oberon was a casualty.
Ooh,
Okay.
with kennings and stuff, because Vikings do it.
And
Go ahead.
songs.
Roll for it.
I'm clapping
Okay.
stuff upside down. As you
Ninja
sing.
gave you advantage for this specific thing, so if you want to use it, go for it.
Thank you. Silly man. What am I adding to this,
He is silly.
if anything?
Maybe it's
sorry,
manipulate?
tell you.
I would say
Huh?
add charm, right?
Well, don't do that.
Weird? Add weird. Subtract charm.
Subtract charm, but add weird because I'm using my past life experience.
Carry the one. And
Yeah.
sorry, anyone who's watching, there's not a lot of math in Monster of the Week, so
Yeah.
There really is.
when we do encounter
It
it.
should be
It's
cool, I
like,
think.
what?
Cool. Okay.
Mhm.
That is a 10.
Hell yeah, it is.
Whew.
Didn't even need that advantage, baby.
But she might later, so
But
thank
I might
you.
later, so thank you.
All right, let's hear it.
What am I supposed to come up with a whole ass
Yep.
story? Oh God.
Get it, girl.
Okay.
I will cheer out loudly, like when you say a particularly good line, I'll like say it
Oh, God,
again, like
okay.
like an encore.
All right.
My
Heather,
hand
I'm
is
not
still
gonna.
on your mouth, young lady.
I'm not gonna do prose, but I will do the highlights.
All
So, Reynard, being the incredibly intelligent and cunning creature that he is, decided
Yes,
to
he's a creature.
decided to trick the ringmaster into relative open by essentially posing as Oberon to in a like a vulnerable position and made it so that the ringmaster just couldn't resist the bait because he's not as smart as Reynard. So when he came for him, he was prepared, and they battled together, two Oberons, on a great battlefield of magic and forests and fairies.
Yes. Yes.
And in the
They were
process,
shirtless. It was great.
Shut up, Andy.
This is my dream.
and Reynard attempted to defend his king against a great blow from the ringmaster, an underhanded blow, but he was too late to defend his king, but not too late to take advantage of the opening that it provided to stab
Slay.
the ringmaster through his heart. And he will now hopefully produce a top hat and put it on dramatically.
Reynard,
Carla,
that's
this
your
is
cue,
a top hat.
Reynard.
Reynard!
Reynard
You're
just
up.
kind of does it for a second, like goes. Yeah, just kind of. He looks like he's like just kind of dumbfounded by this story you're telling.
Mhm.
The historian has not moved from his chair. He looks up at you with his
He's gonna
book
tell me
kind
I'm
of
lying. I know.
his book kind of crossed over his thing, his glasses in his other hand, and he goes like,
Oh God.
"It's been a while since I've had a good piece of fiction told to me."
Oh shit.
You can't have history without stories. And I mumble through Carla's hand.
Oh, of course not. And he stands and puts his glasses and his book down on the table and turns around and goes to the shelf that he has there. And he kind of looks at the books, and he hums, and he closes the door, and he opens it again. And now it looks like there's a completely new set of books there.
Oh, I want that cabinet.
Oh.
Kind of goes,
We have to get one of those.
he pulls one of the books, closes it again, opens it again, whole new row of books. No. He does this about 3 times until he finally stops and goes, ah! And pulls that one. And he kind of thumbs through them. Well, it's interesting, and he puts his glasses on, that you would bring up such an interesting caricature, but, well, that's a little too tall for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I felt like I overplayed it just a bit.
It was a good story, though.
I enjoyed
But-
it.
Oh, it's well done. I
And
haven't seen
perhaps-
haven't heard prose like that in so millennia. It's fantastic.
You would accept it in trade
In trade. What
for
would you
another
like?
story.
For
A true
another
story.
A true story. Fiction for truth. Well, there's usually truth in all fiction. So, what part of your story do you want?
How?
I
oh,
want
This is you.
the ringmaster's end.
Well, unfortunately, and he holds his glasses up, I don't have that, but I do have a couple of tidbits here, mostly lore. Let's see. A couple of things. You did give me such a fantastic thing. I haven't heard something like that in a while.
You said that.
I did, but really was grandiose.
Oh my god.
Very good.
Okay. I feel like you're mocking me now.
Aren't you?
Never. And he looks at the book. So you are looking for some information on the ringmaster. So if you are, there are some tales of this gentleman. It wasn't very often in the beginning, and he's looking through his book, flips through a couple of pages. In the beginning, when the stories first started going around about this gentleman, it wasn't too terrible. A couple of sicknesses healed, a couple of miracles done, simple things. Then it started to get different. It would always be someone powerful, someone with abilities. And the deals were not made for the soul. It was something that was made for the body. So he did not work inside of the contractual obligations of heaven and hell, which brought much confusion when he was operating. But there were always bodies. Always bodies.
Is it my turn now? Okay. If your chronicles have tales of his operations, can you give us an idea of how to find him or identify his work?
Well, I mean, the bodies are very specific, I suppose.
Does he?
They would,
Sorry, go ahead.
well, they would always turn up drained. It's the best term I can think of, really. Just drained of life and all it had.
Yep, we're
I hope
familiar
that
with that.
helped.
But now, Esther, there are no bodies. He takes them.
Okay.
From what we've seen, if they take the deal.
Well, we don't know if there are
Have you ever read Dorian Gray?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like that. It's very much taking what makes that person human, what makes them what they are, and taking it to keep himself going.
Okay. Is there
any evidence of his germination, of how he came to be?
Unfortunately, no. There are the first sightings. It's been about 200 years worth of sightings that I can see here. But unfortunately, no. Nothing of his origins.
Okay.
And if you don't mind my supplementing her questions, sir, where does the first story take place?
There are only, in my entire library, which is the largest library in one collection, there are 3 pages on the Ringmaster. That's all. No book, no chapter. 3 pages between 2 books. That's it. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, ladies? And gentlemen?
Do you have any books on animal husbandry? Any stories? Listen, I'm 3 sheets to the wind.
I'm sure I do.
Oh my
He's-
god.
He's been given
A lot of alcohol.
a lot of Fey quality.
It's not my fault.
Oh dear. And may I ask, out of curiosity, why are you looking for him?
He's looking for us.
He messes with us.
We want to kill him.
I mean,
He's-
it's worse than that.
Become a threat, and we don't take kindly to that.
And we suspect that his, what should we call her? Minion, if you will. I owe her a hello.
And a goodbye.
Minion. I've never read anything about a minion before.
They're yellow. They're pretty cute.
She's speaking of a rather unusual shape changer.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah, one who can take multiple forms.
I hate her.
What's her
Same.
name?
Julia.
Julia.
Then
Ah.
do you know who that is?
You
You
change
said
into
you-
Julia right now. I'm gonna look out.
You said she worked for the Ringmaster.
Well,
I
they're
don't
working
know that that's-
together.
We
They're
just
in-
we feel like they're in
They're
cahoots.
in cahoots.
Ow.
That's strange. That doesn't make sense.
For
It's
who?
not
Any of
the
this
string.
makes sense?
It's bad, sir. Are you sir? I didn't ask your pronouns. I don't want to assume.
Does anyone have a silencing spell in here?
I probably do. Maybe.
Just think about that. And
I have a question. Are the reason that you have 3 pages on the Ringmaster because he erases himself from your books?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't know. It's strange. When she came, she
shut, babe.
asked some of this. I do not know what he's doing.
He's mad.
He's having
good
his
for
own
us.
stream by himself in the living room.
He said that's a good question.
Oh.
Good goddamn
not-
question,
I'm
Esther.
not sure because the
And if that's the case, what perspectives are those 3 pages coming from, and how do we find them?
I mean, Esther, don't you know anything about history? It's so it's written by the victors.
Wait.
He's telling us about this shape changer. I'm
You
sorry.
said when she came?
Well, yes, she asked
Wait
some
a
of the
minute.
same questions, but
Who is
she came here
who?
seeking different information.
She who?
Well, the
Julia.
woman you're speaking of.
When?
When?
And what?
Well, I can't remember exactly when, but
We'll try.
Can I argue that this like sobers me up somewhat?
It would help us
I-
out a lot.
Not
I
to
would
drive
say
home,
don't
but to
act
like,
under pressure.
but to stand up. Okay.
Please
Listen,
get this.
I'm not trying to ask for more than I deserve here. I'm not... Oh yes. Okay, 11.
When she came, she asked for what sort of information?
Well, she didn't ask too much about the ringmaster. She wanted information about a forgotten pharaoh, actually, which doesn't make sense, as the ringmaster usually needs live things, and the pharaoh's been dead for some time.
No, he hasn't.
Which pharaoh?
Oh, Christ.
Yep.
Well, there is a pharaoh, and his name has been lost to history, and for, well, a fairly good reason. He was known to have done some horrible things to his people. Specifically, he was known to have the ability to, if he was angry with his people, to do things like rot the food in their bellies when it hit their stomachs. He would work them consistently until even laying down, they would have sores on their bodies so they couldn't sleep. He would make them build countless temples. He would change the weather if he felt the need to, cause sickness.
So he thought he was God, is what you're telling me?
Well, that would be most pharaohs in history. But this one was particularly bad.
We
He
got
had-
a raid!
Hey.
Hey,
He had
chameleon.
Welcome, Raiders.
He had great magic, truly destructive. It was an awful sight. And so, when the pharaoh died, his people destroyed what they could. Tried to destroy his name from history, destroyed his followers, his parliament. They destroyed his guardians, his temples, anything they could, to make sure that history would never remember anything but the awful acts he committed.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Was he successfully mummified? Did they do the ceremony of the opening of the mouth?
From what I can tell, his followers, those who were near and dear to him, did manage to mummify him. But
Yeah,
beyond
something
that,
hard once
Oh,
they're
you
dead.
mean drain him of all life and bodily fluids?
You put their organs in jars too, Esther. Certain ones. I read a lot.
I can appreciate a like mind. Arthur leans into Miriam at that point. What the fuck does that have to do with what we're doing here?
If Judith is searching for this pharaoh, that can't be good. Julia, sorry.
May I read one of the pages that the ringmaster is mentioned on?
And he puts the book to his chest. He's like, I am sorry. You did ask for information, but it takes much more to touch my books.
Could you read it aloud to us?
So,
Not joking.
I'm gonna put down all of my money that I have left.
as
I
you
cares
guys
about money.
by the way, as you guys are doing that, Arthur is suddenly very furious. Not furious, but he's upset.
Oh yeah, Dad's getting mad.
He's like, there was an article about an unearthed tomb that they're studying in a museum nearby. I was looking up to see what was going on. I just remember seeing it. I just wanted to see what was going on in town, just in case, maybe I'd have actual time with my daughter. But like,
Surprise!
maybe like, if she came here to look for information, maybe
Damn it, Ben.
What was even funny?
Us. Our presence.
I mean, I'm hilarious. I get it, but
We love you too, Ben. Do you have all of our characters' happy endings?
Thank you so much, Saker. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Saker.
Oh, the time with my daughter, who said he was slapping.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not in that line of work.
Yeah, shitty day is shitty.
At least he's here.
So what do you guys want to do?
Does he still have the book open to one of the pages that he was referring
He
to?
has it open to his chest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your dad just said he knows of a tomb that's like has artifacts in New York.
Nearby.
Okay.
Like
so
they excavated and then
I'm
they
gonna.
have,
Does
like
my phone work
display.
in this space? Is that a dumb question? I don't know. Not to like take pictures, but
Oh
to,
no.
like,
There's like just so much supernatural like wavelengths going at this time that you can try. What do you want to send out?
I don't want to send. I want to try and look up what he might be referring to.
Like the article.
The article or like some press about whatever like tomb.
Yeah,
mummy,
Arthur doesn't
pharaoh.
remember much, but he does remember like
Yeah,
there was
it's like
something about
keywords, pharaoh.
Pharaoh,
Your
New
phone
York.
is unfortunately fritzing with all the different wavelengths that are going on.
If they manage to somehow cast some type of spell or some sort of like powerful energy from all that suffering got channeled into erasing him from history, that could just be a side effect of what he does.
Mm-hmm.
It could just follow him around.
When did she come here? Do you have a sense of time, sir?
Well, I get really caught up in my books.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Few days, weeks, even just a general
How many books
time
did
frame.
you read?
Yeah.
Oh, I read quite a few.
We can
I mean,
check your Goodreads.
A few days ago, I believe it was a few days ago, I did finish about 6 books between the time that she was here
Wait,
and
days?
the time that you were here. So a few days ago, I think.
Okay, so we can't wait anymore,
No.
ladies.
No.
I don't think, because she killed Oberon 3 weeks ago. A few days ago, she was on the trail of this. Like, she's not going to wait.
We are so screwed.
Might be a good idea to go to
I
the
mean, the
museum.
reason you kill a king is to create a power vacuum.
Yeah, or just you're an anarchist who likes ruining everything, and you're a horrible person, and I'm like ranting and sort of stamping around now.
I'm gonna start carrying Andy away from this.
Okay, I guess
Carla, she's terrible.
She
get
is,
the
you're right. We're
sense-
gonna kill her, don't worry.
we're probably not gonna get much else from this guy.
Mm-mm.
If we were to see the text of one of your books, what would it cost to see
Well,
or hear?
I mean, I can hold it and you can read it.
Oh, that'll work.
Okay. And he actually takes the money that was thrown on the.
Yeah, I just left
Yeah.
whatever was left over from getting Andy's book.
Okay. So yeah, it's probably $800.
Yeah,
He just
something.
sweeps that up and kind of looks like really like happy, like childishly happy. He's probably wondering how many books he can buy
You
with
can buy
that.
with it.
I
Yeah.
kind of love this guy.
I do too.
From that tightwad, you can't even buy one book with $800. Let me
But
tell
you
you.
can
You don't go
visit
to a
this
Travis.
bookstore
Don't go to a
whenever
Travis.
you would like. I happen to know the owner, and Miriam's going to give him
Oh yeah,
a
her
card to
bookstore.
her bookstore.
Yeah.
And he takes the card. He's like, I will definitely come to your store.
Excellent.
It would be an honor.
I will tell you who this guy was based off of after.
I'm excited.
If it's not a zero fail, I'm going to be very surprised.
I'm feeling strong as Miracle.
I was gonna say, was
There's
it?
a season
Yeah.
2 coming.
I know! I'm so excited!
All right, sorry. Nerd side note.
Okay. All right. So
Complete.
we are close to close. So if anybody wants to do anything before we wrap up the episode for the night.
I
Nope.
want to read the
Thank you.
page.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the page.
As you read the page, the picture looks familiar. It's the same picture that you guys were shown before of the old ringmaster in the black and white photo with the handlebar mustache and the lion tamer pants and the boots and everything. the same creepy photo that you saw before, and looks just like him. Looks like he hasn't aged a day. The book is actually from the 1800s, it looks like. And it's mostly just a very not very detailed filled kind of a boogeyman story. Very much about the ringmaster who would come to your town and steal the powerful to save the sick and dying
Right, right.
to never be seen again.
So, is there any hint as to who passed on this story or where they were from?
It's unfortunately just a book of tales. A collection of stories that were originally word of mouth, and most of them have no author.
But somebody remembers this. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, it was probably and it's hold on one second.
If you're
But yeah,
looking for the pre-Grimm's, it's Perrault. In English, it is.
It says Agent's Handbook on the spine.
It says what now?
Agent's Handbook.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
I think we're supposed to have that. We are agents. Can we work at a... okay. Know that you're here with your books and you have this collection, and it's wonderful and controlled, and that's great. But out in the world, all of this stuff that fills up your books is happening to real people. And that book for agents, we need that book. We are agents. Can we work out a loan where we can have it, and if you don't get it back, you can collect on something? Like,
I just gave him $800. That's enough.
that's not enough.
And he's like, that's and he kind of like clutches the book to his chest, and you do see, because he's put the pages back to his chest at this point, it does say Sabers, but you don't recognize the logo.
Yeah.
That is us. That
Would
book
it-
is for us. What can I do to show you that?
Would you be willing to sell it to a fellow book person?
Hmm. It's very hard to find. It's very rare.
I'm certain it is. It's an extraordinary piece. Would you
And-
be interested in, say, $2,000?
How about instead I'll let you take a picture of the page.
Could we take a picture of the title page as well, so that we can look at the date of publication? You know, the back where all the good stuff is. Besides, that tells me the font, and I'm dying to see if that's the Dove font. You know, the one where the typeface was thrown over the edge of the bridge in London.
And he kind of does that a little
Nerds!
bit.
Book nerds!
I mean,
I hope it works.
No, I love it. I love it.
I mean, we can always get dinner.
Oh!
My dad
Really?
looks sad, doesn't he?
He looks a little like,
I give him a look like,
I say done and take the book from him.
yep, done, take it.
And if we ever want to decide to sell it, you'll have the first rights of refusal.
hold
and
on,
we're
you
going.
can't speak for Miriam. Miriam hasn't said shit yet.
Yeah.
I've been known to eat dinner.
The best answer.
Ah.
I love it so much. I know a
Yes.
great place in not downtown, it's too busy, but I know a great place. I'll lend you it
For dinner.
for dinner.
Take
I'll
that
lend you it
deal.
at dinner.
Oh shit. Okay. Well. All right. That'll
have
be
a
an
deal.
interesting dinner.
I hope we get to
You
see
have
it.
a deal.
All right. And he kind of takes the card, and he's like, "Is this your number?"
That is my number.
Oh, perfect. And he puts it in his coat pockets. Just kind of like,
Yes. Aziraphale and Miriam forever.
This is the new ship.
Yep. Sorry, Dad.
sorry, Dad.
This is the
Sorry,
better
yeah.
ship.
Miriam
waited,
with
man.
everyone. Literally
Sorry,
anyone
sorry.
Miriam talks to, she seduces.
Yeah, seriously.
I do not.
Oh yeah.
Got that animal magnetism.
No, but you don't. Yeah, no, you
It's
seduce
without
them and then you're
trying.
like bye, and then you go.
Just take the book and run.
Not
All
run.
right,
She
guys.
like strides.
What would you guys
seductively.
like to do? We have 6 minutes. What would you like to do? Are you guys going to leave or what?
I think we should take somebody's drunk ass home.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10 on my act under pressure, so I'm sobering up.
Sobering up. I do need someone else to do an act under pressure on the way out the door.
Is
can-
it Micah?
Micah.
It's definitely
What
not
was it
me. I don't
that
know anyone down here.
It's Reynard.
What was it that Ambrosia was supposed to do?
Oh, ambrosia is just like super high level like liquor.
I
Like-
know, but wasn't it at that auction and it was supposed to do something?
Certain types of ambrosia. There is also just legitimately the liquor.
Gotcha.
The bottle that you had specifically was laced with Zeus's blood.
That's right.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
What's going on, Micah?
I got a 6.
You have advantages.
You
I do?
won, at least.
Do I?
I kind of want to
Least
say no
one.
because I kind of want to know what
Yeah.
happens, but you do.
Okay. Let's
So
see.
what about that?
That's a lot better. That's a 12.
Damn it!
Okay. So you managed to bob and weave, and Abigail does not see you as you guys leave.
We'll figure out a way to get back
with
here.
her
Kat, don't worry.
bottles
Oh,
popping
yeah.
with little white lights.
I definitely, Miriam is very invested in coming back, and
Oh yeah,
She
we're coming
has-
back to shop.
I
has
think it's hilarious that she
feelings about
somehow succeeded every single act under pressure roll when that is the one that messes you guys all up.
Well, she's better at it.
She is better at it.
Micah's the
I do.
queen
I
of
have
cool.
a +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cool is very good.
I have a
She's
plus
like the
3.
only one of us that's cool.
I'm very
Hey,
cool.
I'm cool.
All right, so that is you guys go back to blah, 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 blah. You guys go back to Sabine. Arthur is looking a little kind of put out, but he's trying not to show it.
Oh, you know what? On the way back, I'm gonna kind of be like, I don't know. I think you're a little too like,
Country cop.
yeah. Maybe you should ask Sabine out.
Oh,
Do
see.
not do
That's-
that.
That's a good idea. I like this idea.
Sabine,
And we
like,
can just have Heather like seduce herself. This is
well,
great.
like I'm just like on the way back. I'm just kind of like, well, you know, like Sabine when I first got here, she
Have
hated
Heather
me.
seduce
Then we had a moment. She's like one of those people you just gotta like
You're a
crack the
GM
hard
too.
shell.
Don't forget.
So
dinner.
while that's going on, Arthur's like, hold on, I need to call somebody. Give me a second. Like I think like I appreciate it, honey, but let's not do relationship help
calling?
right now.
Are we
Uh,
out of the
Who are
market
you
yet or
calling?
not yet?
Wait
You
a
guys
minute,
are out of the market at this
Daddy-o.
point. So he's calling someone, and he's waiting, and he's like, "Hey, God damn it, hey, Faust, buddy, we're gonna need your help on something."
Faust. We know Faust.
And that's the end of the episode.
No.
Okay, who is
Does
this?
Renard look
Decide.
okay after all of that? Like,
He
I'm
probably
sorry.
looks excited.
Renard's pretty dejected looking right now, honestly.
this is so bad.
Because
He
now
needs
he's
therapy.
telling people that he did it.
Yeah, he just told a lot of people that he killed Oberon.
I know why he is upset. I was just trying to like understand how
So,
he's presenting right now. Okay.
announcement after all of that. Next week is the season finale.
Oh, good.
What?
Yep.
I can't. I can't.
So-
Oh no.
Everybody,
No.
so everybody, just be back here next week.
Everybody breathe.
Everybody, breathe.
Ugh.
Breathe. Next week will be the last episode of season 2 of Sabers. And we're going to wrap that up, and we're going to see what happens with everything that our Sabers team has come to so far.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So that is all for now tonight, guys. We will see you guys next week for our season finale.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Alright.
what to say right now.
Yeah, everybody better be here. We need
Yeah, we're
advantages.
gonna need tons of advantages. There will probably be tears. There are gonna be a lot of holy shit moments, I'm sure, because this is Heather and Ben. We all know how
Making
they
an
break
art
our hearts.
surprise for our
Last
team.
word. How
So there's the art
God.
coming.
Ooh.
There's what?
Here.
Art.
I'm making an art thing, as I did towards the end of the last season as well. So I'm trying to keep going.
All right.
Okay. Well, is there any kind of announcements we gotta make before the
There
everything wraps up?
really isn't. There's really nothing on my channel right now, guys. Everyone's busy with summer.
Gotcha.
Ben says this finale's bigger than season 1, and if y'all want to look at season 1 finale and
Yes.
watch all of us cry,
Check out
you can.
YouTube. I will post it in the Discord if you guys want to see how season 1 ended. It was
Yay!
lots of crying. Lots of crying.
There were a lot of
Uh,
tears.
So
that
just,
was
you know,
intense,
get
man.
that classic Greek catharsis through our stream. You can have it
It's
here.
great. Crying is therapeutic.
Crying
Maybe
is
there will be a
absolutely
proposal. Maybe there will be character death. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
therapeutic. We'll find out.
All right,
Check in
let's
next week.
raid Pete's channel.
Yes.
Woot.
We will see all of you guys next Thursday. I hope you all have
1
a
week,
wonderful week.
7:30.
And
See
be
you then, guys.
here.
Yes. Come see all
Happy
of it.
4th if you're in the U.S.